Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back for another episode of D&D Crusaders. So last time the players were traveling to a town called Dorwyn, a city called Dorwyn, which is in the foothills of a mountain. They got ambushed by a bunch of thieves in the forest, but fought them off quite successfully. In fact, it turned into a bit of slaughter for the ambushers. And you're taking a bear cub to Dorwyn, aren't you, to get it trained?
Yep.
Also to secure the training of the other two. Or was it just one? I can't remember.
Yeah, no, that's correct. Yes, and as I recall, you drove the bandits off. You captured one of them. You've taken the heads of the 10 others and attached them to your cart.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Reward for good, yeah.
Right. Well, what are you doing?
Well, first off, I have some ritualist art that he's made in the interim. I wanted to quickly show off.
Ah, okay.
Here's my flight from last week. Nothing personnel could do.
Awesome.
More ritual start, but I can.
Here's Arch's land pirates and sea bandits.
Right.
And ritualist wants us to sell a depressed bear plush.
Oh,
for $10.
Well, I'm certainly not opposed to the idea.
Yeah.
I still want an All Crusades Adjust shirt, though, to be honest.
Hold on. I literally sell All Crusades Are Just Bears.
Really?
Okay,
Right.
Dev, I want you to click that link I just put in the Hangout side chat. Don't even question it. Just show chat. Some more ritualist art.
Okay, let me click it. I'm not showing that art. It's unrelated to D&D.
You coward.
Unwholesome.
See, now I have to get this up in the browser and see what it is.
I think you've already seen it.
I think you should do it, Dev. It's not entirely unrelated.
I
Chat's
guess because I'm here.
Don't be ashamed of being a boomer. Honestly.
All right, here we go. Here's artwork of me mixed with boomer scum. Here it is, guys. Enjoy.
So you mean an accurate self-representation rather than,
Yeah, I don't see.
artwork?
I'm not that old.
I don't even know who Boomer Scum is. It just looks like that.
I mean, that just sounds like an accurate representation of reality as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Right. What are you doing?
I thought Boomer Scum was your title.
No.
It could be, though.
Well, let's get to the nearest village to claim our bounty.
Wait, there's one thing I'd like to do before we leave. Do I have to? I would like to start. Can we pick up some of the ammo that everyone's shot around the battlefield here? All the arrows, all the used up
You can go around
arrows.
collecting arrows if you want.
Most of them are sticking out of Uzulu, so that should be fine.
All right. I would like to do that.
Okay.
I think last session Arch said he was taking all the arrows, but
He took 200 arrows off their bodies, but he didn't collect the ones that have already been shot.
I have 200 arrows. You may have some, Dev.
Well, I might as well collect first to see how much we get.
Okay. Make some kind of perception check.
Okay.
Dev suggested that we should all take some short bows and arrows. I reckon that's a good idea. So I'd like at least some of the arrows around the area.
The investigation.
I like-
One.
Let's roll.
Wow. It's almost like that there wasn't a massive archery battle at all.
God damn it.
Hang on a sec.
Thank you, V.
That's the wrong
Oh,
roll.
perception, not investigation, right?
Good roll though.
And you know what? I have 6 in perception. I probably would have got a good roll too.
If
Oh,
only
wow.
somebody had assisted you.
Did Stargon ask for investigation? Okay.
Now you
Yeah.
asked for
Perception,
Hey,
Dev.
pay attention. Close divinity too.
Now listen, Arch.
Okay.
Okay.
You find another 19 arrows laying around.
Okay. Uzlu, do you want half of these arrows?
I'll take some, yeah, and the bow, as long as it doesn't over encumber me.
Okay. I'll add 9 arrows, you add 10.
Aw. You're gonna give me the spare one. So good of you. much do the arrows weigh?
So romantic.
I don't think that much.
Are there any bolts by any chance?
No.
I don't suppose I need to ask if we can pick up one of their short bows each.
Yeah, you can.
We've already got them. Yeah, they're
We
in the
already
cart.
looted them. I'll look in the cart. I think we picked up, what was it, 9 or something?
Let me get it in the cart. Yeah, we picked up 10 short bows. I already took one, and you're gonna take one, Uzlu, so I'll put it at 8.
By the way, what advantage does the shield give you in this game? Does it
It's
give you
plus
plus
2
1?
armor.
Armor class.
Yeah.
I think I should get a shield because I have ranged spells. So shield and a rapier.
Usually I would go shield, but I
Archie, you even listening to this? It's going to get a shield and a rapier. You're not going to allow
Yeah.
that, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, rapier.
Fucking shield and a rapier.
You can.
a shield with a crossbow.
I mean, if you want to go in melee, I'll give you a short sword because it'll be a nice way of getting rid of you, I guess. But
Is it dexterity based?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, the shield's probably not a bad. Now, what kind of crossbow do you have?
I think it's
Because I think the
basic
only one-handed one is the hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that one, you can't use a shield with it because you need to reload it.
Well, in that case, I guess you're dicked. I mean, you could go like, okay, you could either stay at range and take less damage, or you could get into melee and take more damage. But you'd have 2 more armor class.
No, I will still be ranged because I have cleric cantrip, which does damage, the same damage like my crossbow. And
Okay, then you need to look at their requirements, because some of them require free hands.
yeah, I'll do that after this session. I'll still use the crossbow this session.
Good plan. Right, are you carrying on then, are you?
I just like to ask, what type of arrows are they?
Arrows?
There's a list of sizes.
Oh, is there? Send me it
Yeah.
through. I didn't realize.
Oh, this is from 3.5. Never mind.
By the way, are any of the tools we're gathering damaged?
Well, no. You're leaving damaged ones, obviously.
Because that's the thing. I have a spell that can fix them, so we can take the damaged one as well.
Honestly, it's not worth your time.
All right. Well, it's money.
It's not really, though. Here's a bandit short bow. How much is this worth? Fuck all.
A short bow. Do you know how hard it is to get the string and to actually treat the wood in order to create the bow?
I actually do, yeah. V.
It's an expensive piece of medieval technology, sir.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. Look in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh.
Or the Player's Handbook, sorry. Anyway, are you continuing?
Sure.
We'll move forward to Jim Crow. But first the village, where we can sell our stuff and try and torture our captive somewhere, maybe.
Right, okay. You continue on until later in the day you arrive at Dorwyn. The first thing you notice about Dorwyn, if Dev would reassign his position on the screen.
It's bottom right
You
there.
just take a look at it. Bottom right. Oh, there it
I
is.
like I like the Minecraft style river.
Yes, yeah, it's the best I could do, I'm afraid. But
Sorry.
the first thing you notice as you approach the town is that you appear to be going through some kind of migrant refugee camp.
Is that why my screen is so very, very black? Oh, there we go. I just zoomed way the fuck out. Just thought I was surrounded by black people there for a moment. No need to worry. It's fine.
No, these migrants are actually, I guess they're kind of Middle Eastern looking. They come from the sort of hotter northern regions, so they've got olive skin. They look pretty destitute as you travel up towards the town. They're gaunt, unwashed, and as you pass them, they plead for handouts.
Are they members of the faith?
Of course.
All right. At least
All
we
right.
have that.
I'm just gonna make sure
I
to.
also just feel I need to I need to defend the honor of my fucking Swedish brethren here. I usually hate the Swedes, but Sargon, they're not that far gone yet. You can't just got the northern refugees with olive skin. That's horrible, Sargon. Give them some credit. Jesus.
Look, all I'm saying is, within the next 5 years, Sweden will be a caliphate, okay? So let's just be honest with ourselves and carry on.
The
Let
golden
them
one
at
is
least
cringing.
live while they think like maybe it won't happen, you know?
I think they'll have unironic Sharia law. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, as you approach the town, the city walls, you start getting mobbed by peasants who I've put on the wrong layer. But
Mobbed, you say?
they
How
start.
quickly is this crusade going to become just, I wonder?
Well, I mean, these are fellow Erothians, brothers of the faith. They aren't from around here, though. In fact, I mean, Arch and Vee, they're from the same place you're from. I mean, you guys realize that you guys are refugees, right?
Listen,
Yeah, but unlike them, I am armed.
Good point.
I'm not an ethno-crusader, I'm a civic crusader.
Ah, okay. Well, that's the important distinction.
Yeah.
Arch, one of them comes up to you and says in a very similar dialect to your own, "Please, sir, can you help out a fellow refugee?"
Does it speak Muslim at me? Or...
Say again?
Does it speak Muslim?
No, he speaks your language.
That makes me more disturbed, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better, but right no. Is he from like my area, or is he? I'll ask him where he's from specifically.
He's not from where you were from. He's from the same sort of region.
All right. Well,
So basically, it'd be like if you were a legal migrant from Algeria and someone from Syria came over and started saying, "Please, sir, can I have some money?"
oh, too bad for him, though. He's not my problem.
Well, I mean, what are you going to say to him?
I'm going to tell him that if he was from my area, I'd give him some. But since he isn't, shoot.
See, you made a mistake. You acknowledged his existence.
I'm not as heartless as you, Vee. Yeah, and if he was from my area, I'd fucking help him because I'd feel obliged to.
Well, I mean, he looks really downcast. He looks like he's about to cry.
Too fucking bad. You should have chosen where you lived more carefully.
I look at him with disgust and I ask him, why isn't he pledging his life for the crusade? Why is he here?
He says no one will accept him.
Slaves! Are there any attractive ones in the crowd?
No.
Because that's what everyone else coming through here thought, Arch.
I don't know whether you've noticed, but most of them seem to be male.
I give him a silver coin.
You and your fucking
You're giving him a silver piece.
V.
Give him a silver coin.
Okay, I take a step back from Vee as he's about to get fucking mobbed.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay,
Yeah.
this chap runs off over the river and off into the camp. And then the migrants start swarming around Vee.
I moonwalk off into the fucking distance. You're on your own, boy.
They're all jostling and shoving against you, Vee.
Okay.
V's put his toe in the piranha tank.
Some
Right,
of them
Dev, get the cart moving.
giving
Much,
away
much.
money.
Okay. I'll wait to see if I can communicate with them without the party intervening.
Okay.
Don't
well,
worry, we're leaving.
you can talk to them if you want.
All right.
I am considering intervening because even though I personally am finding this very funny, I think my character would consider his charge to partially defend you. And
Am I being attacked or are they just around me?
You are indeed being detained by a mob of refugees. Are you going to start going on about how you're a sovereign citizen?
No, I'm just going to cast a spell, which is going to cast Tremors.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I was thinking, what if you had a spell that could create illusory coins and you could just throw them away?
But actually, hold on.
Do you have that?
Illusory coins.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now we need to start being anal with selecting our spells and stuff, so...
Okay.
How many? Is this like an actual number, a representative number of them, or are there more than that's shown here?
There are
Just
more
like
so.
cockroaches, Devo.
Okay,
It's
so
always-
I have a booming voice and the ground shakes,
Okay.
and I basically scream, "How dare you touch man touched by the divine?"
The initial shake and boom is scary, and they flinch away. But when it finishes, they ignore the fact that you claim to be touched by the divine, and then they just start pressing in on you again to try and
Right.
get money from you.
I am to Vee, intimidating the poor faithful.
Can I try to have like a religious how should I say? moral lesson about their souls and stuff like that.
Oh, I think you should definitely try it. But while you're doing that, they're now pressing up to you and saying, please, sir, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
I'm going to step in here. I'm going to go and stand, try to
hang
stand
on,
between V and them.
V, make an awareness check.
Are you about to be pickpocketed?
Right. Number 28 intimidates the poor and the hungry.
You're not here, Arch.
Binary Surfer says, Sargon, your party is fucking incompetent. They didn't even ask how much XP the refugees migrant crowd would be worth if killed. I know, they're quite disappointing, really, aren't they?
Sargon, how much XP would the refugees and migrant crowd be worth if they were killed?
It's too late now, I'm afraid.
I don't think it is, actually. I think I could kill them.
Uzlu, can't you kill them all in one turn if you keep proccing that one thing?
We could self-defend our way to victory. They have already
Yes.
accosted V.
Well, I
V.
wouldn't necessarily call it accosting yet.
Yeah.
It won't be long.
V, hang on a second.
I've actually, unfortunately, I've used my spell that fears people in an area, so I'm just going to have to kill them at this point. If it gets that bad.
Arch, why are you not whipping the refugees into submission?
Ooh, good fucking point. Right? That was the whip.
V, right. What did you get on your perception?
16.
16. Wow, that's pretty lucky. You, as you're trying to deal with this crowd of people, you feel one of them has their hand in your robe and is grabbing near your prayer book.
Can
Is that euphemism?
I slice off his hand because that's the punishment for stealing?
A, that's not
gonna
go
okay.
well.
The punishment of
I
stealing.
was-
B, you can't just slice off his hand. No.
No. Okay.
I was wondering whether or not to whip the refugee to chase him off, or whip. Now I'm starting to wonder if I should whip V from stopping him
Hold on,
from slicing up
using,
people's hands.
I'm using Spirit Guardians.
What?
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, the angels are defending, and I'm basically going to be protected by the armies of the prophet.
You're going to kill all of these refugees.
If they attack me, yes.
No, that's not even it.
They're not
When
attacking you.
All right.
Any creature within your area automatically gets hit, so you just dumped an AoE bomb on these poor fucks.
Oh,
So
No,
basically,
it's just the creatures that I choose to be attacked, right?
okay. So who are you choosing to be attacked?
No one, but I am also going to say with an intimidating voice, anyone who attaches a messenger of God is going to be smite down by God's army.
Okay. Well, you cast the spell and they all begin fleeing,
Good.
screaming something about unholy demons.
All right, perfect. Let's go back to the car.
I have a feeling that it's not going to be this simple. I have a feeling that there's going to be karma involved, and they're all going to spread the rumor that we're some sort of demonic Satan worshippers.
Oh, it's
Oh.
all right. V's already set that up for you.
Yep.
Who's going to care about a couple of refugees? Not to mention the fact they're actual angels.
Yeah. One man's angel's another man's devil.
They have wings. They're shiny.
Yeah. Literally, perception doesn't work that way.
Did any of them drop anything valuable while they're running?
What a strange
Yes,
question.
a few bags of gold, V. Would you like to?
Well, actually, can I make a perception check or an investigation check? to see
Yeah,
if
there
they
are
drop-
loads of bags of gold. Go ahead, make a perception check.
Let's see. Maybe something as a souvenir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, there's definitely like small sacks of something placed around you. I mean,
No, I know what
Fort
that
Jam-
something is. I'm not touching it. It's
Okay, it might be gold.
no,
Farmers
well,
could
for the
probably use it.
plants, I bet the fertilizer might be great for the plant. Yeah, I'll go back to the car.
Okay.
How many are actually in the cart? Sorry, in the camp? Can we tell?
Hundreds, probably. It's
Hundreds,
hard to
okay.
tell.
Okay.
There's a few dozen sort of following you. Well, not now anyway. They're running
No,
away to the other side of the river.
See, made
Right.
the people go away.
Now that V has announced our presence as unholy demon worshippers, let's get inside the city before we're mobbed.
You have a cart filled with chopped heads. I think the presence was already announced.
Well, you haven't actually arrived at the city yet. But yes, you are now unobstructed and free to travel. Okay, you get to the gates. They
sovereignty
appear to
has
be
been begun.
closed, unsurprisingly.
Go up to the door, knock on it, dare Ask who dares impede the passage of a noble. Filthy swine.
Hang on a second.
All right, I'll go knock if no one else does it.
Yeah,
No, we're already knocking.
Arch just did it.
Oh,
I told you to hang on a second.
I thought that said go and knock, so someone else should
Close
do it.
divinity.
Hang on a sec. I'm looking for a good guard, but I don't have a good guard. Just a generic guard. So I'm going to have to use a knight, but it's not really a knight. It's just a guard.
It's just a god. Good.
Okay. On top of the wall, the guard pokes his head out of a window and says, "Can I help you? Who are you?"
All right. No. Actually, no. I was about to say I'll introduce myself cordially. No. He's being a douchebag. He's closed the door. He should have known. He should have fucking known.
How are you reasoning this? What do you think happens if they leave the door open?
He should have fucking known, okay?
I think I want to do the vocal equivalent of restraining V physically, but with Arch.
I'll yell up at him. I demand this door to be open now. We are an official business from Prince Roderick and the Crusade. Don't make me wait a moment longer.
Okay. The guard pauses a moment and says, "Where are you from?"
I just told you, peasant. Prince Roderick.
Yes, but where are you from?
The Crusade camp.
He says, "You don't sound like you're from around here."
Sounds like I'm about to shoot you with a longbow.
You may well be, but he can tell that your accent isn't a local accent.
I'm a fucking noble. I speak posh.
Yeah, but you've
that's
still got an
something.
accent.
Are there some wild, angry dogs in the refugee camp?
There are some more fucking
Is
dogs in
V's
the
house a
refugee camp.
refugee camp?
Wait, didn't we get like some kind of missive from the Crusade? Doesn't one of us have like a paper that we can show him?
We have Prince Emmerich's deal, the one that we're supposed to show to.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have got travel papers, do we? I think we've just got the thingy bob for negotiating and dating with the bears.
Well, then hold that up. Say, come read this. You have it, right, Arch?
Come read this. He comes down like it's a contract about bears. What the fuck?
I don't have it in my inventory, so I assume one of you three have the necessary papers from the prince.
It's literally just an order to go get the contracts for the bears. It's nothing official, I don't think.
Right.
Well, it still might have some weight here.
I can have my noble papers if that's. I don't. Okay, I guess I'll
Show
hold
him
up
all
my-
the papers. I'll even show him my
Just
Penderly
hold up
papers.
a fucking bundle of papers, I guess. Yeah. If you're so curious, you can come down here and read my papers of nobility. But I swear to God.
The funny thing about Uzulu posting about what video game V has in the background is that everyone can see it. Everyone can see that V isn't focusing on the game.
I am focusing on the game. I have 2 monitors.
It's no excuse.
That doesn't. Your second statement doesn't explain the first. It's like I'm able to see the other monitor if I want to.
Right, sorry, what were you doing, Arch?
I'll shout up at him, like waving papers in the air, saying like, "I've got noble papers. If you're curious where I'm from, you can come down and read those. But I swear, if you make me wait any longer."
The guard says, "Oh, hang on, wait there." And then he disappears for a moment. And he comes back with another guard, and he says, "Frank, listen to this guy. How does he sound? Say something again." And he points at you.
Right, take aim with the fucking whip. Could I
Arch,
snake it around his neck and pull him fucking down here or something?
Probably not.
God damn it.
Arch,
Hold
now
on a
is the
second.
time to mount your horse and start speaking all your titles.
You said that which 2 of us were from the same place as the migrants? Was it Arch and V?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I assume not. Am I from round these parts, or am I?
Yes, you are.
Well, okay then. I have a suggestion, Arch.
You can be my herald, Ursula.
That might be a good idea. Yeah.
I will allow you to be my herald.
All right. In that case, I suppose I'll roll a persuasion and say that we have official business here. We are visiting a local animal trainer, and my lord originates from a different land, but we are all on missive from. Who was it?
Just my lord off. Just list off a bunch of titles and areas.
Yeah.
I'll assist you, obviously.
You don't have a bunch of titles.
Pick them up.
He used them in a previous session, so you'll allow
I do have one. Lord
You
off,
have
whatever.
one. You have one. Sir Arch. That's correct. You have one.
There are
Right.
off something.
Yes.
Where? Paris, I think we decided.
Okay, so you say whatever it is you're saying there is, Lou, and I'm sure it would be very persuasive, but the guard stops you halfway through and says, hang on. Yeah, you need to speak some more. Quick, listen to this, Frank.
I'm going to kill this guy. I am actually going to kill this guy.
Can I intervene?
Okay, go ahead, V.
I roll my eyes as I get off my horse. Yes, we're from the same place with the refugees, but we're sent on a mission from Prince Emmerich himself. We decided to join the crusade rather than be freeloaders.
Okay, well,
in front of
the
your
guy
town.
next to him that apparently is called Frank just yells out, they are fucking refugees.
I'm not a
Piss off, refugees. You're not
Jesus
coming
Christ.
All right, okay, longbow time.
Enough of these low IQ interventions.
Yeah, time for a pointy
No,
one.
hold on. I reach towards my cold points. And
No,
I say,
I'm genuinely insulted. I shout up and like, how dare you compare my me to these? These are low-born peasants. I demand a retraction.
Well, the other guard yells back, they weren't always peasants, I'm sure, but they're still refugees. Go home.
Oh God! I approach them with a silver with a couple of gold in hand, and I say, perhaps we can discuss this like gentlemen.
This isn't the time for discussion. This is the time for violence.
Perhaps you can arrange your transport back to where you came from.
Uh-huh.
How tall is the wall? How tall is this wall?
20 feet.
Sargon, what can I roll to try to bribe these guys to let us through?
No. V, forget the bribe, because their reason for not letting us in is that you two have an accent. So I'm just going to say, will you let me in?
You traitorous
They
dog.
look at each other, and one of them turns and says, well, yeah, but we're not letting these two in. What about the other guy? And points at Dev.
Oh, yeah, he looks local.
I'm going to yell with a very obvious non-accent.
You can't yell with an obvious non-accent.
Well, I assume I don't have an accent. do I have one? I mean, we've
One
never
of your special
established it.
rules is literally that you're exotic, remember?
The thing is, right, Dev is from Penderley.
I am. I'm just
So
black.
Dev and Uzulu basically have the same accent.
No. Dev, you
don't
have
think
the
I'll probably
ability
pick
in
Dev.
your character creation that says that you can, tell tales of a foreign land.
I do. Yes, I have like a childhood background from a foreign land. Yes.
Yeah, but you've grown up in Penderley.
Yep.
I don't think the issue with Dev is his accent.
Actually, it kind of is.
Sargon, what type of guards are these that they don't accept a gold coin as a bribe to let us fucking through?
Holy fuck, dude. What do you think kind of guards they are?
Can I still see one of them?
Yeah.
All right. How solid does that gate look?
Are you going to declare war on this city, Arch?
Yes.
You know
Because
what,
the
Arch,
guard
I
offended you.
support you if you want to attack them. They're pissing me off. They're unreasonable.
Very fucking nicely.
Dev speaks Penderley Ebonics.
I'm going to declare a holy word upon unreasonable NPCs from now on. Every time an NPC is left and fucks with me and Arch will fuck with them. So if you want to attack Arch, now's the moment. We can rally the rest of the refugees to invade the town.
Yep, I'm liking this. I'm fucking liking this.
Direction over two annoying guards.
If you want, Arch, I can go and give a really convincing sermon that these people are heretics by not doing.
Oh yeah, I
this to
think that
themselves.
ship sailed after you declared yourself to be a demon, V.
Just go make a convincing speech stating that there's food inside the city and we can help them take it.
Listen,
That's a much more convincing plan, Arch.
Before we become ISIS, shall I try a persuasion that they don't interrupt?
Arch, I have your back.
We got one shot, and then we get fucking creative with this shit.
The chat's going wild. Revolution.
Usually, before you and I try to get in there peacefully, I have some artwork to show.
Okay.
Arch, if violence is your idea, then I'm all for it. Just so you know.
There's our Bear Crusader, and then we have.
The Guardian, I approve this plan. Do it. Well, all I'm saying is, I don't know how you feel about taking on a city.
Well, I don't care. They're unreasonable, and unreasonable NPCs are pissing me the fuck off. So if Arch wants to let that.
Vee has suddenly explained the migrant crisis in Europe.
Besides, once we've flooded their city with migrants, they're going to have other things than us to worry about.
Yeah, well, by the way, Arch, don't you have like a couple of bows and arrows? Can't we arm some of these refugees?
Yep,
we
can.
have like a cart full of equipment. We have like
can.
Hold on, let me see. Okay. We have 8 short bows, 10 daggers, 12 sets of leather armor, 3 more bows, 3 spears. Yeah, we could have like a little army here.
How big is this town, Sargon? Are we talking village, town, or talking metropolis?
It appears to be a remarkably large walled town. At least for the area, it's very large.
I'm sure once we're inside, we can teach the locals a lesson. They'll give up soon enough.
Gentlemen, I know I'm going to sound like a radical here, but I don't think this is a good idea.
It's all right.
I don't
You
care.
have one chance, and then we reach for la revolution.
I gave him a gold coin. He didn't even acknowledge me. I don't need this level of disrespect.
All right, Dev, can you assist me on a persuasion roll so that we can lend our legitimacy to the other people in the party?
Yes, I will. Since we are both non-accented people.
What is actually your persuasion, Dev?
I love how you guys have got privilege here.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Black
to be fair,
privilege,
we're trying to help the marginalized, so it's not like we're not doing it properly. Come on,
Just social justice warriors.
My persuasion is -1.
All right, I'll roll it then.
I will assist you. I'll take a secondary role in the conversation.
Well,
Okay.
shit.
And what are you trying to persuade them exactly?
I'm trying to persuade them that these people, though they have a similar accent to the refugees, they are actually one of them's a noble, one of them is a priest, and they are with us. They are to be trusted. We have official business here.
The guard replies, well, if you have official business, you can come in, but refugees are not allowed in.
They're not refugees.
Sheriff Orban has declared it, so...
Bring the
Can
sheriff
we
out
talk
here.
to the
Then I can
sheriff?
pop him in the head first.
Can we talk to the sheriff? Let us see your fucking manager, mate. Someone do the meme with the hairstyle. Can I see the manager hairstyle on my character?
Ritualist, you know what to do.
It's already blonde.
The guards say, right, stay there, we're going to come down.
Oh,
Damn.
mistake.
More than one person in chat is suggesting we throw heads over the wall. I have a feeling that's going to have the opposite effect.
Yeah,
Is there any way around this town, or do we have to go through it?
this is the place you're looking for.
Is this where Crow is?
Yes, this is Dorwin.
Right.
Once they get within stabbing range.
Well, the guards open the gates, and a bunch of them flood out. I'm not going to represent it very well, but basically, a load of refugees start swarming at the guards, and the guards basically just start shoving them backwards quite violently with their shields as they create what is effectively a wall around the gate, and chap comes out to talk to you.
Arch, I recommend we give diplomacy just a little bit more of a chance before we start killing them.
Starting to wonder if your diplomacy hasn't had its chance in the fucking sun. Okay, well, we'll give it one more chance. I'll literally just hold out my fucking papers sourly and glower at him.
The guard walks up to you, Uzlu, ignoring Arch, and says, listen, we're not allowing any fucking refugees in. It's not my choice, but I am fucking glad about it. Because these refugees have been nothing but a fucking nightmare.
Okay.
Now, if you want to come in, you can come in, but we're not keeping this gate open forever because look at the number of them.
Okay, I'm just going to say, I agree the refugees don't look tasteful, right? But these people are not refugees, even though they have the same accent.
Anyone from that place is a refugee.
Oh, if that's the definition they're using, I can't fucking do anything about it, can I?
No.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
I guess we go in.
Hold on, I'll just try to approach them. I say, what if we have money? Would we still be considered refugees? What if we're under the service of the Inquisition? Are we still refugees?
He just turns around and goes, "Why are you even here? Go the fuck home."
Because I'm working for Prince Emmerich.
On our way home, you monkey.
You're
That's
such
where we're on a
fucking pain in
crusade.
the ass, all of you.
Okay, yes,
I'm
no,
not
violence
with
is the
these
way.
people.
Violence is the fucking way. I'm
Okay,
gonna make an
okay.
example of this motherfucker.
I'm gonna make an executive decision here. I'm gonna get this guy's attention, offer my hand to shake it, and then say, "Okay, we'll come in and leave him here."
What?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Isla. Let's go in.
Okay.
See you guys later. Watch the cart.
I take it you're taking
Okay.
the cart with you, yeah?
Yeah, no attack.
yeah.
Fucking
We'll
attack
take the
roll.
We'll take the cart.
We'll take the card in. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely taking the cart. No question.
Okay.
But Dev has the fucking carrot for the sheet for it anyway, so we're definitely taking it.
All right, are you serious? Because I'm gonna start rolling attack.
Yeah, I'm rolling
Serious?
attack as well.
Okay, you cast the fucking angels.
No.
I'm-
What
Yeah,
we'll do?
I'm casting the angels.
Don't
Just
actually.
Just wait. Like, we can wait till nightfall and throw a rope over the wall. My rope's 50 feet long. You
Listen,
just go
Arch.
some secluded part of the wall.
That sounds
Oh,
like far too peaceful a resolution to this
Rob-
nonsense.
Robert's super chat. Now go away, you silly refugees, or I shall taunt you a second time. Party. Perhaps if we built a wooden bear.
Arch, listen, I know you feel slighted, but we have actually made significant progress here. Of the
I would
5
make
entities that we're trying
significant
to-
more progress if I
No, you wouldn't.
the guts.
You wouldn't.
I'm
We're
just
not going to
roll
help you.
attack. Roll attack.
We're not going to help you.
That's
You're gonna
fine. Roll attack.
One man and one V against an entire walled city.
No, I don't care.
Jeez, you
I'm just going to
crybaby.
roll attack. I'm after you.
I love the way that V has just turned straight in. V and Arch, you've both turned straight into migrants.
We're
Now, like, right, I'm just gonna
against
fuck
our reasonable NPCs.
Germany.
Trying to
This
fade
is
them.
This
literally-
city, let's overrun it and destroy the whole thing. Fuck them.
All I'm
This
saying is that
is
if the
literally the
refugees from
progressive-
Germany would come bearing cash, people maybe wouldn't be so pissed off at them.
This is literally the progressive narrative of how terrorists are formed. Do you realize that?
I don't care.
Literally.
V is, you're fulfilling it perfectly.
Yeah.
You were racist to me, and therefore.
Yeah, but what you're saying is that
That's being classist.
Then-
It's considerably worse.
Arch, what are you doing? Are you attacking or not?
Don't attack. Don't attack. We'll come back
I
at
asked
night.
Arch, are you attacking or not?
We'll
Dev.
come back at night. I'll throw the rope over. You guys
I
can
asked
climb
Arch,
over.
are you attacking or not?
Dev,
Arch,
do we
come on.
agree that we're not helping them?
I asked Arch, are you attacking or not?
You fucking idiot.
I'm going to yell, "Don't fight!"
I asked Arch,
Please.
are you attacking or not?
How many
Go on,
guards are
go on.
there, precisely?
Arch, shouldn't you expect better kind
Give us
of
the numbers, Sargon.
more
How many guards are there?
responsible behavior from your countrymen? Who
Sargon,
you are
how
now the
many
most.
guards are
You
there?
are the person with the most authority here, and you're refusing to follow the laws.
Are we talking more than 5?
They're refusing to follow the laws.
When did
Arch,
you become
Arch.
anti-border all of a sudden?
This is an anti-border. I am a
It's an
noble in
invasion, okay?
Arch, let me convince you of something, okay?
Not treating me with the adequate respect.
Sargon, you said we can do whatever we want. How many guards are there?
Dozens.
Listen, anyone that chose to watch the football instead of this is a retard. This is the entirety of modern politics.
What is
the
their
entirety of
equipment?
modern
Are we
politics in
talking
one
like
fucking
highly trained
moment.
knights, or are we talking just peasants?
Well, they're armored guards. I mean, they're heavily armored. They're good for guards.
Here's the plan. Okay, we get you in the middle of the night. We go to see the sheriff or whoever's in charge.
Yeah, but
Arch,
you don't
can-
get it. It's not that we can't fix it any other way. Sure, we can go in the night and they'll go through the canals or some shit. This is the fucking principle of the matter.
Well, here's the principle then. Okay, once you're inside,
Pragmatism, though, B. Let me hit you with the pragmatism. There's like 100 guards in this town, most likely. And
Yes.
we're not helping you.
And
Listen,
if
Dev, as a
we
fellow
can
legal
kill
refugee,
12,
fuck the illegals, am I right?
okay, regarding
Listen, we
principles
immigrated
though,
legally.
just wait. Just
Someone
wait.
in the chat, far leftist V shows his true colors.
Okay, regarding the principles, once we can get you in, we can go see whoever's in charge, admonish him, and then get those guards whipped in the town square. Okay?
That's
no,
got
no, no,
50-50 chance of going terribly.
We can still do it. We don't have to start a war here.
This is why I have Divine Divinity open. You guys are unreasonable, right? There is no negotiation going around, so just do whatever you want.
This is the negotiation right here. It's my plan.
Go do whatever you want. Fine.
No, this isn't the negotiation. This is you going, we're not going to back you no matter what. And instead you're going to try and sneak us over the walls on the middle of the night, which sounds just as dangerous, if not more.
We still, even if we fought, we still couldn't kill that many armed guards.
No, but we can arm the refugees.
Who is this we you're talking about, Dev?
Well, the cart is currently in the city.
Yeah, how did the cart get in the city? Did we even allow the cart to go in the
Yes,
city?
Dev and Uzulu brought
Yeah,
the
how
cart
did
into
Devin
the city.
Uzulu get the cart into the city without Arch and me having a say about
Because you
it?
didn't try.
What have you been doing so far?
Look, of the 5 entities that are here, 4 of us and 1 cart, we've got 3 in. That's progress. You guys wait. We'll get you in later. We've even got the bear in. You could just wait out here until we're done.
You
And
even
then
got the captured bandit in.
You don't even have you have no authority to fucking negotiate with Jim Crow.
Ooh.
Wow. I mean, that's up to that's a bit subjective, Arch. If you think we can't do it, that sounds like a challenge to me.
That's because it was my fucking mission.
That's true.
All right, well, I guess we'll just have to complete it for you then.
All right, you know what?
This is like slapping in the face.
Arch, what are
You
you
know what?
forcing?
I've got a fucking enough of this. No,
I've got a solution.
I'm pulling
I've got
out
a
the
solution.
rapier. No, this is done. No, we're done.
Come on,
We are fucking done.
Hold on.
Get you in.
We are fucking done.
Get you in.
Just
And then we can
just
have
I
them.
have a solution. I have a solution. Arch,
I don't
just throw
fucking
some
care
money
about
over
your
the
solution.
place
You know
to
what?
do
We're
the
going to
mission.
attack Uzulu and Devo as well.
I guess the alt-right were right about the racial politics thing. Jesus
They're fucking
Christ.
part of the problem.
This is the problem with identity politics, right?
By the way,
As soon as it enters any kind of space, boom, that's it. All
No, it's
bets
not
are off.
about that, Sargon. It's about the unreasonableness of the NPCs and the autism of the other 2 people in the party. Should
Autism?
we,
What?
Yeah, should we try to radicalize the rest of
Where
the
did it go
NPCs
to,
arch
Stick?
before we go in?
I think there's just a lack of autism on Devin Uzulu's part at this point.
No, this is ridiculous. Like, the only option is to split the party without the authority to commit things and then try and sneak into the city.
There may be other solutions.
Yes,
No, there are.
the
There are
solution is
reasons. I
violence.
give up.
Arch, if the 2 options are either 3 of us get in, or well, 3 things get in, or none of us get in,
Then the correct answer is none of us get in.
Oh my god,
Really?
this is coming from the man who's prepared to sell out every single one of his party members the second it's convenient, but as soon as it's not convenient, it's all for one and one for all.
Have I ever split the party?
Hold on a second. We might not even be able to split it that long. Arch, if you give me any papers you have, we can
No,
go see the
absolutely
authority.
not.
No, hear me out.
No,
We can
Dev.
go see
no.
the authority.
Flat no.
The authority can come back to the gate and let you in.
No,
Tell you
Dev.
what, why don't we just get the authority anyway?
Maybe Uzulu and Dev can do something inside the city that will help you get in legally.
Yeah, we'll just go and talk to whoever's in charge and convince him.
Tell me
Arch and
once
Dev-
you guys
Arch
finish
and-
bickering and the fighting starts.
Arch and V, can you just wait for like 5 minutes without killing a bunch of people, please?
I'm not entirely sure we can, no.
It's a risk we're going to have to take. Come on, Dev.
I mean, I guess if Uzlu, even if we
Just
joined
let
them in,
go in, right? And after they leave, they can't hinder us anymore, and then we can attack.
I think
even
we're here
if we
this
help you, we
screaming.
would all die fighting these guys. I think.
I don't care.
I have a feeling that the D&D would be over. We would all be dead.
If I die a martyr, I'm going to heaven. It's fine.
How is this a martyr? A martyr for what? Open borders?
No. they are barding a member touched by the divine. Okay, they are literally heretics.
Yeah, fuck it.
And
Cast,
you do literally
cast your
sound like a
angels,
Muslim
booming
refugee.
voice, roll intimidation. Let's try and scare the shit out of them. How's this?
Listen, you're not going to
Unleash
have
the bear.
You can absolutely try and do that.
you're not going to have my godlike glaive
I
on
will
your
assist.
side this
Hold on, I
time,
will
you
assist
guys.
that so he gets advantage. Should I do the roll and you assist me, Arch?
Yes, you got better charisma than me. I'll
This
assist.
is fucking retarded.
So with thaumaturgy, which is a booming voice trying to add to the intimidation, I will say, I am a member touched by the divine who spoke with the patriarch and working with the Inquisition. I will not be treated with this level of disrespect.
Said the
That's
imam on the Hungarian border. I got that from the chat.
That said, his
That's
tactic
an
is actually
18 to
still-
Dutch is
Okay,
giving
that's pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Fucking hell.
plus ground quakes, you know.
Okay,
booming
yeah,
voice,
yeah,
all that.
no-
And I'm
no
brandishing
worries.
the rapier.
The guards suddenly start to panic and flee back inside the town.
There you go. That was easy.
Do we get the tax of opportunity?
They're not in combat. You haven't got a weapon drawn.
Yes, I do, actually.
Well, I guess Frank is right next to you. If you want to attack him, you can. But I mean, I'm just saying it might not be the wisest idea.
Arch, use the whip. Don't use a sword. Use the whip. Make
Maybe
it a
just
status
use
thing.
neither.
Make it a status thing. Use the whip.
Well, hold on. Let's see if.
That's such a great idea, Dev.
I'll fucking wrap the whip around his neck and drag him back.
Can you do that with a whip?
Yes, with the ropes like that, I'd say I can.
What
Hey,
did
Dev,
you
wanna-
say?
Do you want to do the guards'
fucking
job for
hell.
them and close the gate?
Close the gate on them. No, we're going to be neutral in this because this is a bit ridiculous, but we'll watch.
True. How many of the refugees are going to pour in along with these other two refugees that were in our party a few minutes ago?
Not my problem. I'm not the one not being unreasonable.
I want to during this whole thing. I want to be like sitting beside the bear and the captured guy and just be like, "I'm sorry, guys, for bringing you into this."
Hang on.
To be fair, Arch, I
I'm sorry,
completely
my
agree
two
with your last
friends.
statement. It's not our fault if refugees get inside because the guards were being unreasonable.
They were.
Yeah,
It didn't need to be a problem.
yeah. Well, you were about to
okay,
make it
well-
a real fucking problem,
Well,
weren't you?
you certainly managed to whip the guy. Roll 1d4.
I'm gonna have it around his fucking neck.
I don't know if the whip actually does that in 5th edition. I'm looking, but I can't see any. I can't see any rules that suggest that that's the case.
Ritualist has made an artwork.
Actions. Give me something. It's a whip. It's a great roll. Just whip it around his neck and have pull him back to my feet.
There's
You
Vee
look to
arming
be
the
fair,
crowd.
the DM can allow if something if it looks cool.
I like V arming the crowd there.
Yeah.
I tell you what, our campaign was so close to ending there. Good job, guys.
Well, right. So, Archer, you actually whipping this guy?
I am actually whipping this guy.
Okay, roll damage.
Essentially, we were just lucky that these battle
Wait,
cry.
no. Wait. A whip does d4 damage.
Yep. That's a 4. Plus the dexterity plus 2 from being a one-handed weapon.
Holy fuck!
Jesus Christ, you're gonna kill this guy with a whip.
I'm gonna wrap it around his fucking
You,
neck.
you,
Okay,
you
well,
can,
yes,
you can do
it-
non-lethal damage. You can
It does
specify one.
indeed wrap around his neck, and he starts choking.
Good.
That's yeah. I mean, it's non-lethal damage. The whip does, right?
I'm gonna pull him back towards me, and I'm gonna show him the meaning of fucking fear.
Well, I mean, he's going purple. He looks pretty afraid.
This is good. This is very good.
Just have the crowd just descend on him as he goes to his knees
Right. Now,
with the whip around his neck.
I'll ask him very gently, could we end this now by you giving me the fucking keys?
Through his sort of like bluing lips, he goes, "Go home, immigrant."
Right, snapping his neck.
Snap his neck, Arch. He's not reasonable.
He is being very unreasonable.
From the top of the wall, one of the guards points a crossbow at you and says, "Let him go."
I've got a better longbow than you do.
I assume the gate is
And I
closed at
can
this
fire
point.
3 of them
Yes,
at you.
they close the gate on the way in. On the way in.
Oh, my sides.
Let's drag him slowly.
There are now refugees like banging on the gate.
What a fucking disaster.
Surely some of them must have gotten in.
No.
And they were scared shitless. Did they even think of closing the gate? That's a big gate. You can't just
I
close those in
can't
3
sanctuary on
seconds.
me and Arch as they're pointing crossbows and shit.
Good idea. Now we drag him off.
I'm going to yell over the...
It's
I'm
a
gonna yell over-
bonus action, so I can cast two at the same turn.
Okay, one of the guards yells from the top, "He's a witch!"
Didn't I just yell that I'm from the pig? Yeah, whatever. I don't care. You know what? He's dying. He's dead. Fucking heretic.
Right, we'll drag off our fucking trophy while leaving with Sanctuary on, I guess.
Yeah.
Arch and V confirmed MS-13 members.
Fucking care.
I'm just going to shout over the gate. Arch, show him your ring.
I'm going to show somebody my ring at least.
Okay, so Arch and V and this guard, you're going to have to stay in the refugee camp.
At
So,
least
you
we
know-
have a friend.
You know, before this session started, someone asked you, so what's the adventure we're going on today? Would you ever have answered this in 1,000 fucking years?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I knew that Arch and V wouldn't be happy. I didn't think revolution, open borders, fascism,
No,
Here to the business.
This was natural. Me and V, we don't get along on many things. We disagree often, but when it comes to principles like this, we are in perfect fucking coordination.
Can you pat him down, see if he has any valuables, Arch?
Oh,
steal
what a
from
bad
him
idea.
as well. Jeez, you're
Okay,
so
okay. What is it?
typical refugees.
I'm not a refugee. Okay, hold on.
You are literally a refugee,
No,
though.
chat, you need to
Confirming
understand.
the weight.
We do not want to live here. We do not want to stay here. We are attacking this place. This is a declaration of war. Okay, we're not.
This is a
refugees,
conquest.
We are invaders.
This is conquest, not
And I
immigration.
swear to God, after Sargon did what he did, if I ever get into that city, I'm going to rape a bitch. I'm just saying.
Holy shit.
You're a priest, V.
Yes.
That's an
and-
imam, you mean?
Yes, and if you read the Old Testament, God allows it.
All right, I'm just gonna hold on. I'm gonna do something very important here. I'm gonna use my deception to tell the guard next to me. Honestly, I don't know them. They're terrible people. You should definitely keep them out, though. I think you should probably post more guards at the walls and gates. They'll probably try to attack the city at some point. They're fucking crazy, man. I don't know why they were following us for so long. And roll deception. Hey, good roll.
Do you know what's
You
annoying? It's
literally
like,
introduced yourself as my herald.
Yeah, but well, let's see what the deception roll does. These people are pretty fucking retarded. I think they'll believe me.
I mean,
By the way,
it's a good attempt, but like Arch said, I mean, you've already admitted you know them. So
I just said that because they were following us. But
Arch,
what
do you think about spending our gold to buy these?
hold on.
weapons?
I'm not quite finished. I was just going to say what I said about them trying to attack the city is still true. You should still post people at the walls and gates.
I say we
Well,
attack Uzulu when he returns.
the city is quite well guarded.
Good.
Right. So Arch and V, what are you doing for the moment? Are you gonna?
What's your investigation, V?
Quite low.
I have one. All right, let's first drag him off to a safe distance, then strip him naked and take anything valuable he might possess.
Why don't you rape him in the process, Arch?
I'm thinking about it.
That would really
thinking
upset
about
Dom.
it.
Then I'll have to attack you, Arch. That is against the prophet. You're not allowed to rape a man. I'm sorry.
You're only allowed to rape women, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good point.
Unless you cut his penis and then you can rape him.
Ooh. I do have an idea. So, V, it's not acceptable via the creeds to rape a man, but would it be fine to shove a cow horn up his ass?
Absolutely. The Lord doesn't say anything against.
Well, there we go.
This is what happens when we leave you two alone. The two reasonable people in the
Yeah,
party
the campaign becomes fun. I absolutely.
Crazies are outside.
Let me see if he's got anything
Let me
valuable.
ask, is the campaign fun if you re-roll every fucking session?
Still alive. Fuck, we haven't even taken any damage. And now, we're going to go on a quest to find a hole in this city
Holy shit,
through which
man.
to let the refugees.
Yeah, I'm searching for valuables.
Okay, yeah, he's got 5 silver, a brass ring, nothing else. of
Yeah,
any
he doesn't
value.
have that. I have
We
5
take
silver
all of
and a
his
brass ring, yeah.
any
Okay,
weapons,
yeah.
armor, strip him
Yeah.
literally down to his underpants.
Yeah, it's really persuading that refugees aren't dangerous lunatics. Good job.
Again, we're invaders, we're not refugees.
Yeah, I agree. He agrees too.
See, if I were going there, it's like, oh, please let us in. We want to make a home here. Then I would agree with you. But we were quite clear on the prospect from the beginning. Okay, let us into the business, or we fuck you up. It
And
was
even then,
All I'm saying, right, is that Sheriff Orban is going to win another 5 consecutive terms because of this day's work.
if
That's all I'm
there's a
saying.
wealthy
Orban, did you
person
say?
from Syria, a Syrian millionaire at the border in a fucking Mercedes going, meh, meh, they're not going to go, oh, you dirty refugee. They're going to go, oh, look, He's
Mark,
rich.
you don't know how retarded the guards are. But if we talk to fucking Orban, the Hungarian prime minister,
Before
apparently,
that, we need
Then maybe we
to
can-
decide upon an important question, V.
Hmm.
Kill and then mutilate, or mutilate then kill?
I think we should see if he's useful first.
Ooh. We should.
What V's saying is that he's weak and you can't trust him, Arch.
Oh my god. We
He's going
should
to welch on you at the first opportunity when it starts getting grim.
intimidate this guy to see if we can find any other entrances, sewer entrance, something that would let in a lot of people very quickly.
That is a good plan.
I'm
I
going to
think you
assist V.
I think you two and us two are going to be running very different campaigns for a few sections here.
I think they might indeed. Right. So as you're standing there plotting what to do with this guard, the refugees start coming over to you and talking to you. One young man who looks a bit malnourished says, "I have a tent. You can come and stay with me if you would like."
Well, congratulations. You shall be the mayor of this city once we fucking overrun it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have like a really long speech about how these people aren't really brothers of the faith because of the way they're treating you guys. It is okay to pick up arms. It is okay to pick up arms and fight against them.
Okay. Have you got some sort of rhetoric skill that you're going to use?
Well, I guess it's just either performance, because performance.
Yeah. I'll assist again, of course. Hell, we're even gonna get them some food now.
Yeah. Well, we need an army marches on its stomach. You know, that's.
Listen, while these two are doing whatever the fuck they're doing, can Dev and I go and do whatever we're doing? Because I'd like to go and attempt to convince the sheriff that there's two people outside who are not refugees, who, if we don't let them in, it's probably going to cause him some hassle.
22.
Oh, hang on. Let's see just how far V goes. So
22.
22.
Okay.
That's not bad. Yeah, there are at least 5 of them. A bunch of them start, a bunch of them just wander off thinking that you're full of shit. But at least 5 of them start clustering around and listening to what you have to say, and are interested, and they want to sign up to your newsletter.
Sign up, petition.
Please subscribe.
Yeah.
V, you're issuing a fatwa.
I am issuing a fatwa. It is literally what I'm doing right now.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to interrogate the guard. They need to try and see if they can check the walls for, cisterns, sewer inlets, anything like that.
They know they keep everything. They have bars over any intakes into the city. And they have regular guard patrols. We know because we've been trying to get him for months.
Yeah, but we have one of the guards here, which we can interrogate.
And I'm sure we could do some magic nonsense to those bars.
I am a member of the Divine Sense.
Well, are you going to go to the tent that you've been invited to?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Enjoy where you're staying. I'm sure it'll be lovely.
Yeah, it's not lovely.
Enjoy while you're staying. I'm sure it will be burning really soon.
Don't know about that. I think a refugee tent is probably more flammable.
All right. Well, here we go.
What if the guards have any
I've probably
flaming
got
arrows?
some artwork from Ritualist that I need to upload, but this has just been too crazy and I haven't looked yet.
There is some. It's good though.
Yeah. It's moving right. Okay, so yes, you can go and sit in the refugee camp. As you might imagine, it's not very nice smelling. It's very muddy. It's very wet. The tents aren't exactly in good condition. Nobody seems to have any food. It's not a very nice place to live.
The things these filthy guards are doing to these poor innocent people.
Absolutely. It's just because you were born somewhere else. This is what
This is going to require some serious fucking redress.
Yeah. I suggest we start poisoning the water to the city. That
Sounds like a good start.
All right, so we've stepped up our game to biological warfare. What's next?
Hey, the only way these people are going to learn is if the dudes inside the city will suffer the same.
I wonder where the refugees are getting their water from, Arch.
Yeah,
We'll fucking poison it down, River. We're not idiots.
Is the water going in or out? Is this the sewage or the water supply?
Well, if it's the sewage, don't you think we won't? Okay, usually. You know that water has to go into the city at some point, you know?
Yeah,
That's
it's
how water
true.
works.
If it's the sewage, it's perfect because we can actually poison the water in the city with water from the sewage.
That'd be good.
There we go. But we
That
need
won't get
actual
the guards'
poison.
attention at all.
Let me just upload these.
Remember, this is the medieval time. The cure for salmonella hasn't been invented yet.
I like the idea of killing them with their own shit.
Jesus. All right.
Well, in the meantime, I
Yeah.
have another artwork.
You do that while I'm doing this.
Speaking of,
V for Vendetta.
Vendetta.
With Arch in the background and his whip. Oh, Uzulu.
Yes.
The arrows, they weigh 0.05 pounds. So we can all just put that in our character sheets. They took out all the different types of arrows in 5th edition. So they had different
all the
sizes
other
and
rules.
weights and stuff, right? Yeah, it kind of sucks. But there we are.
I want to know how capable the guards are of obtaining and using flaming arrows on a particular refugee tent.
So now it's a civil war.
I don't know if it's a civil war. It's just a war against these two retards who won't just wait.
Vuzulu is just saying he doesn't want to come back to the party. I love Vuzulu's arguments. It's like, you guys are going to get yourself killed. Oh, you're actually not getting yourself killed. Oh, I'll kill you myself.
Yeah, would make me right, wouldn't it?
that is an excellent representation.
The next time, Vuzulu, you're next to an NPC, will make sure to fuck you up.
V, are you forgetting that most of the battles we've won so far have been because of me?
That's a good point, V. What are you saying to that?
Well, I don't know.
It's
I've
not
pulled
because
some
of
weight here
Uzulu.
recently.
I'd say it's because he's a two-handed warrior.
Actually,
What I'm
you know
saying to
what?
that is that I hope he
has
can
just
take
raised
5d10 points of damage from
one of you
inflicted
has
critical
just raised a valid point. Actually, that one other person here has been largely responsible for helping out in the battles, and that's the other person that's with me, Dev.
Well, if you want to split the party, that's fine. Like, if you want to take their side, it's okay.
I don't think it is fine. I don't think
No
that's
something
loyalty
that's
from
PvP.
Uzulu.
It's a really good PvP over a castle wall. No, it's fine. You make a
Just
choice.
wait for 5
You
minutes.
even took your card. You even took the card with you. You just declared your allegiance.
Wait. I just realized not only did we take the cart, we took Arch's horse.
Uh-huh.
Because the cart had 4 horses, and one of them was the horse that Arch started with.
This is why bad things are going to happen.
Here's what I don't get, right? From your character's perspective. You're here on a mission to help Arch. Right? That's why you are here. You're not here on a mission to save the city from the refugees.
Yeah,
Not
but
to
we
mention
also,
the fact that Arch
we're
is a
going
lord.
to trying to get him in. The next thing we're going to do is go and talk to the sheriff and get you people in.
It's
As
not
long
your
as you
fault.
don't start
Arch is a
attacking the
highborn.
city.
You're a lowborn, right? And I don't understand why this is even a conversation.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look that way right now, does it?
Right now,
No, it's racial privilege. Uzulu was just born right, and you were born wrong. Know your place, foreigner.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's just about being born wrong. He is literally sitting in a refugee tent right now,
you're not even here to argue, right? So just play your character.
contemplating
Shut the fuck up.
gathering a bunch of shit from the sewage of a city and hauling it across the field.
You're not even here to have this conversation.
V.
Right? Just
Yeah,
play
well,
your
neither are you.
character. Stop being autistic.
V,
I
I
somewhat
completely
lost control of this session.
V, I actually completely agree with you. That's why the first thing I'm going to do is try and get you two in.
You don't understand. We don't want it. We want to see the place burn.
But
How is Crow going to do his job if it's on fire?
It's not about Crow anymore. It's about it's like past Crow.
Well, if
Now,
it's not
again,
about
you're not here to have this conversation. Listen, you're not here.
So neither are you. You're not here. So V,
Exactly. So, Sagan, which one of the two party members
what's more
do you want
important to you?
to GM?
What's more important to you? Vengeance upon a few
So you're not
retired
here.
guards,
I'm not
or
hearing
the
this.
entire Inquisition and Prince
I am
Alaric?
not hearing this because you are not here. Okay,
Yeah,
you
you
are
are
in the
hearing
city.
it though,
Uzo.
aren't you?
You made your choice. You are past the city gates. We are in front of the city gates. We can't talk to each other.
All right, Sargon, I want to consult you on something. How
Okay.
often has a 2-man siege of a walled city succeeded in history?
0 times.
Oh shit! Really?
Like, if you can believe it.
Okay, now Sargon, which of the story are you telling now? Is it Deva, Uzulu, or Miana?
I'm just uploading these things. Then I'm going to do Dev and Uzulu.
All right.
So you guys are basically, I guess, seething in the migrant camp with all the other stinking, disgusting,
Plotting.
hungry migrants.
Yeah, me and Arch, we're going to have to arm these
What
people.
do you mean other?
Get a table, pull out some maps, start planning the insurrection.
What do you mean other migrants?
Well, the ones that are around them. The V's actually getting to listen to them.
No, it's just a bunch of migrants in a tent, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Just some of them more violent than the others.
Basically, if you let one in, you're bound to get some violence. You can't let any in.
True. This is the thing. Like all these refugees, most of them are just culture clash, but then there's 2 of them that are really fucking violent. They're the terrorists.
But they are literally planning to overthrow the city.
Literally. I like how Arch and V in the right circumstances would literally just come to lead ISIS.
We're not
No
refugees,
questions
mate. We are invaders. What the fuck do you not understand? There is no miscommunication here. There is no like
It
things.
is possible
Underhanded
to be
tactics.
invaders and refugees at the same time. You know that, right?
By the way, do you think we can somehow get the people in the city to start supporting us? Just asking, guys. Who's running against Mayor? What's his name? Who's running against Mayor? What's his name?
Oh yeah, you can win in the democratic election. That'll work.
From the
Looks over
chat,
at Germany.
from the chat room, all race wars are just.
You know, I can actually send a message to Prince Emmerich to tell her that we're dealing with this shit.
By the way, Prince Emmerich, we were going to go do this thing, but now we've decided to overthrow the city.
No. Prince Emmerich, we've been attacked by the people of this city.
Yeah.
They have
Send
spat
reinforcements.
upon your name. They have refused to take
Yeah,
your
I have a spell to do that. Do you want me to send a message to him, Arch?
We're fucking
Just-
late on. There.
Just
V,
divert
V.
a few hundred soldiers from the crusade and some siege equipment back
Give me
hundreds
the
of miles away
crusade
from the
that isn't
crusade.
currently moving anywhere.
V, I don't
just-
think. V, don't send it to Prince
You're
Emmerich.
not here, Devil. You're not here. You're in the
Just
city.
hear me out. Just hear me
You're
out.
in the
Even
city. I can't hear you. I
No,
wish
no,
I
no,
could.
I
wish
don't
you were
even
here.
agree.
I wish you were next to me, but I can't
Stop.
hear you.
I don't even agree
cannot
with
hear
what
you,
you're
Devil.
doing.
You're not
I don't
here.
even agree with what you're doing, but you're gonna do it
Can't
wrong.
hear you.
anyway.
Like, Arch, do you hear anything?
Right,
I
okay,
tell you what,
Dev, you
Dev.
can't talk to me at the moment, remember? So
Just say it
God
to me,
damn
Dev.
it.
Arch, just
Just
tell
say-
me what you want me to send to
Dev,
Prince
tell me
Emmerich.
what you would tell V if he
Okay.
was here.
Uzlu,
Yes.
you and I are on the other side of the wall, and I'm just gonna idly say to you, if V decides to send a message to Prince Emmerich, that would be a dumb idea because I don't think Prince Emmerich's gonna care. He's kind of the Chad character of this
Oh yeah,
game.
no.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
totally sure
maybe he
that
should-
the prince that
maybe he
is
should send it to
entirely
the Inquisitors
occupied
instead.
with his own ego would not
Yeah.
care at
Yeah,
all.
Arch, don't talk with these people. They're not here. Okay, just stop out of it, Arch. All right. What do you want me to send to Prince Emmerich? Like, what would the message be?
We'll send a
Well,
little bit of
so
message to everyone.
it doesn't matter for now because at the moment we're going to do Dev and V. Dev and Arch, sorry. Dev and Uzulu, sorry. Right, okay, so
Who are these 2 handsome individuals that have joined us?
yeah, once you rewinding time about half an hour, you can faintly hear Arch and V screeching autistically from the other side about race wars. But that kind of fades away as they start doing other things. So Frank and Bob turn to you and say, right, why are you here?
Frank,
We don't have Arch's papers, do we?
Bob.
Arch
No.
never gave us his papers, so we don't have any way to prove this.
Well, we don't necessarily need to prove it. They won't ask us for proof. If we say that we're lords, they will, but let's not do that because we're not.
Okay.
We'll just say, as you can see, we have a bear on our cart. We're here to visit a animal trainer by the name of Crow in the hopes that he can train this animal. We're also going to secure training for 2 other animals.
Okay. Well, he says, right, okay, well, he points you in the direction of Crow's house and says, right, okay, well,
I thank the man. And I'd also like to say that these 2 people next to us here, are either of them of any more authority than the rest of the guards?
No, they're just guards. They're just the
Okay.
ones that you happen to be talking to at the moment.
I'm also going to say we'd also like to talk to whoever is in charge. Sheriff Orban, was that his name?
Yes.
I'm saying that to them specifically, not to
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds again.
No worries.
What's the captured guy doing during all of this?
Crying.
Just having like a laughing fit.
He's
Like the
reflecting
show as it
upon his
goes
own
down.
mortality. And just how short life can be.
He's just watching from the cart. He looks amused at the
Oh,
incompetence of the entire party. Why?
That captured guy, I got it confused with the other guy that just got whipped around his neck. We seem to be capturing a lot of people, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, he's just giving you the daggers at this point and saying, "Well, look, you know, you guys are basically fucked up." But
Keep
When you're
talking.
ready- When you're ready, Sogan, there's also something else I want to say to the
Right.
Do you
guards.
still have the demon book, Arch?
The demon. I'm gonna summon a demon on
That
your
might
side.
be a step too far, lads.
Literally sending him to hell.
You know, I can actually create zombies. I just realized this.
It's a bit to me. I think I'll just sneak a dagger into his side.
You know, if you kill this guard, I can raise him as a zombie.
I can't believe refused at one border, and suddenly it's zombie army.
Not the refusal. It's the way. If they'd kept the West Coast outside, like we were under orders to keep it close, okay, fine. For your
Right, yeah. So
experience.
the Frank and Bob say go west across the river.
For Crow, you mean?
To see Crow, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess I want to ask about Orban first, the sheriff, because we're going to go see him first.
Yeah, okay. To see the sheriff, you need to go north. You'll see the sheriff's residence on an island in the middle of the river.
Okay. Dev, shall we?
Let's go to the sheriff first because we do want to unload this guy, right?
Yes, that's one of the two things we're going there for. Actually, maybe we should just go for that. I can't remember what the other thing was now. Something about some of the refugees outside being more violent than the rest. I can't remember the rest of it, to be honest. Maybe we should just take the guy to him.
What
Let's
did
go.
they say to Prince Emmerich that Ursula and Devo stole the bear?
I can't hear you, Vee. I can't hear you. Right, onwards. We're heading north.
Everyone's posting dogs in the chat because of the incredibly loud, increasingly loud dog bark.
Well, to be fair, he is still in the refugee camp.
Right,
You
okay.
can go back to Prince Emmerich, Arch, and say that Devo and Ursula stole your bear.
That's also an option.
They stole from a noble. What's that punishment?
I'm sure it's strict.
I vouch for this.
I vouch for literally everything that is in my interest.
Okay, so we're heading north then to get
You
to.
are heading north. I'm just going to remove your characters and represent those the carts to see
Cart.
Yeah. So you travel upwards and you go past a dock on the side of the river, past two big warehouses that appear to be full of timber. And you see men just loading timber onto boats that then start sailing down the river. And you can probably even see from where you are the gates across the river opening. The barges go down. The guards on the barges sort of look menacingly at the refugees as the boats go past them, and they sail down the river.
Godless racists.
There's also a jolly guy there.
There is.
I'm gonna wave at him as
He
we go
just,
by.
he just gives you a wave back. He's this guy's a huge, portly man with red cheeks and arms like tree trunks. He looks fairly good-natured, actually.
How tall is he?
Pretty tall. Well
Is he
over 6
tall?
foot.
Is he taller than me?
You'd have to get up and walk up to him and find out.
I guess. Okay, we'll talk to him later. Let's keep going.
I assume he's lumberjacking. He's chopping wood or something.
Well, he appears to be a foreman of some sort. He's,
Okay.
instructing other peasants on what to do.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, you continue through the packed streets. You notice that I mean, I haven't represented it, but there are, men, women, and children around. It's actually quite a busy place. Everyone's going about the business, but the streets are quite narrow.
All right, I think we're heading left here. Didn't they say something about it being on an island in the middle of the lake?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
I guess we're going left then.
Guess we'll find out. Okay, you come to the bridge. There are actually guards guarding the bridge, but one thing you notice is there are guards absolutely everywhere.
Do any of them have mobile phones that have just gone off?
They don't. Weirdly, I don't know what. I can't explain that special effect that just played there. Yeah, this doesn't appear to go across onto an island. This appears to just go across onto the other side.
Oh, okay. In that case, I guess we'll just keep heading north then. It looks like the river is widening here.
Yeah, we'll put it in reverse.
Beep, beep.
It's the same two guards. Did they run here? Or?
No, they're just the icons that I have from Richard List.
Oh, I see.
Can we?
This bridge then, I guess.
Probably, but can we see across first? Yeah, that looks right.
That looks about right. Yeah.
Maybe we should leave the cart and just go ourselves. Well, not leave the car, but you could guard the car. I'll go in since I have the better persuasion.
No, we'll lock it to the tree there.
I guess you can park it.
We could ask one of the guards to keep an eye on it.
Oh, we can't go across the bridge with it?
You could, but as you try to, the guards stop you and say, "This is what's your business?"
We're here to see the sheriff about an urgent matter.
And they say, "Okay, we'll leave your cart next to the tree, next to the houses where I've put it."
All right.
All right. I'll lock it up. I don't want the cart getting stolen. I remember Cyberpunk.
The one of the guards says, "Don't worry, this is a high trust area. No one's going to steal your cart."
We're literally in a gated community with the fucking the other races outside.
After hearing that, I'm definitely locking it up.
The guard just shrugs and says, "It'll be fine, honestly." Okay, but
I hate to go on about it, but Vee, would you mind muting yourself while we're doing our part at least?
No.
yeah, those dogs are a bit annoying.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
He points you and says, "The sheriff's probably fishing at the moment."
All right.
And
Let's
As long as
join
you don't mind being interrupted. I don't have a fishing pole, but I have a
No,
blade.
no, wait. Go back to the cart quickly.
What?
Run back to the cart. Run back to the cart.
Okay.
Is the guy still there, or did he run off?
Yeah, he's still there. Are you going to take him with you?
Yes, I am. we
Okay.
forgot you. Sorry.
Now find the icon. For
Just pull him out. It's almost like leaving your kid in the car with the windows up.
I think I assumed he was tied to the cart, but I guess we never specifically did that, did we?
Well, yeah, I assumed he was tied to the cart as well.
Okay.
So I
Fair
thought you
enough.
had done that. But
Right, well,
yes,
we
you
might as well
can,
take him in.
you can take him with you.
Let's take him with us.
Yeah, as you walk along the what I suppose doubles up as a city hall and his house, you see a gruff, old, white-haired man who is missing his left leg and has a wooden peg leg instead. And he's sat next to the bank of the river with a fishing line in it, and a pair of crutches next to him, and a mug of beer on the side.
Question, Sargon, do I still have any paperwork from the Inquisition since I think I'm still working for them?
I don't know, do you? What's in your inventory?
Well, I had some with my character initially. I don't think there's any in my inventory listed, though.
Okay, well,
I
here's the thing.
have.
If it's not in your inventory, you don't have it.
But it never was, even at the beginning when I did have it.
You should have written it down and put it in your inventory.
Maybe I should.
I have the Penderley papers from way back when.
True, though that is technically a lie now.
Yeah, since I've run away.
Yeah.
But I mean, do they know that?
No,
Nah, we don't look like peasants, I don't think. So I'm going to approach the guy and greet him.
Okay, he looks over at you and nods and says, "Good afternoon. What can I do you for?"
We have two matters of important business with you. Sheriff Orban?
That's correct. He he puts his fishing rod onto the side and gets up, like struggles to get up with his crutches, and then faces you.
The first matter is in my associate's hands. I assume you're carrying him like an object in your hands.
Yep.
I assumed you were actually dragging him behind you, but okay.
Either works.
But okay, the sheriff looks in and goes, "And who's that?"
He is a bandit who accosted us on the way here. We are wondering if he and the heads of many of his former friends are worth anything to you.
Only dead. He spits in the river and says, "Fucking immigrants."
If Arch and Vee were here, I'd be saying something along the lines of, "Good luck to you guys right about now."
He just shrugs and goes, "Look, I don't mean to be a dick, but like I don't mean to be an asshole, but like they've been such a pain, and we give them food every week. We send out a cartload of bread and we send them some vegetables, and they just won't go away. They don't do anything, and a bunch of them have turned to banditry."
See, foreign aid. These people are nice. They're humanitarians. Come on.
Wasn't he robbing for decades, though?
I can't hear you. God, I just can't hear you, man.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
don't
weird.
have to hear me. The GM has to hear me because it's an inconsistency. You said the bandit was there
No,
for
it's
decades.
just that you don't have as much information as you need to be able to make sense of what's going on.
Okay, so I didn't really get from what he said whether there's a bounty on them.
Yes,
no,
he
there's
says there was.
no bounty on them alive.
Okay.
Well, hold on, Uzlu. I'll go back and gather up the 10 heads and bring them over.
Yeah,
I'll just
might as
walk
well.
over with a big pile of heads in my arms.
He just says, "Well, I don't want them. You can take them to my to the I guess we call it his office, and one of the clerks there will give you a reward."
Okay, fantastic. Dev, do you want to do that? And then we can split it between the entire party, meaning it goes between you and me in halves?
I don't think we're going to do that, but let's ask him what we do with this guy, because we're not just going to slit his throat right here.
We could just leave him outside.
Yeah, I mean, he just says, "Well, put him in the refugee camp." I mean, if he's a bandit, then we should probably do something. He should probably be brought to justice, don't you think? But if you want to let him go, you could just let him go into the refugee camp. But I'm telling you that it's all going to eventually, all of them will turn to banditry.
All right. Dev, do you want to put the heads back on the cart, and then we can talk about
I'll bring the pile of heads back on the cart. I'll walk them back.
About the other matter. All right. I'm going to have to be delicate with this. So, Sheriff, there are two men outside the gates who are not refugees. They are friends. I don't know if that's the right word. They're comrades of ours. We've been working together. We've been working together for a long time, working for the Inquisition, working for Prince Emmerich. We have gained great favor. However, your guards have insulted them by implying that they are refugees for no good reason other than their accents.
Okay, Sheriff Orban just says, "Well, what color's their skin?"
My lord, they are from the same land as the refugees, but they are not refugees. One of them is a lord and one of them is a priest. They are both well respected in the land.
Do they have a refugee accent?
This guy's fucking retarded. There's no fucking getting through to him. I'm starting to sympathize with Arch and Vee's plan at this point.
Have you
Maybe after you play several of Sargon's campaign, you start to get this NPC hatred that we share.
Listen, you're the one who was like, "You should make your NPCs have more character." You should, and I'm like, "Okay, have you considered that this guy's a massive racist?"
They are dwarves, mate. They are absolutely dwarves, just stubborn, right? Set into their worldviews.
Okay, I'm going to try and persuade him of something. Okay, Uzulu?
All right,
I'm going to approach. I'm going to say, no, I don't. But
I'm going to assist him with his role.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to say, listen. I'm obviously of a very different skin color than my friend here, and yet we're both still of Penderley, and it doesn't matter what their accents are. What matters are their titles and the fact that they are not refugees.
Fucking classist. Devo.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to develop NPC
Persuasion.
derangement syndrome.
Yeah, but classism is better than the fucking retard
A
sense they've got right
0.
now.
I'm the least persuasive.
Jesus
Oh, fuck's sake.
Christ, Dev.
That is incredible, Dev.
Sheriff Auburn just turns to you and says,
No, hold on. That is
no,
actually
hang
me,
on,
'cause
hang
I
on.
assisted.
Dev just said something. So Sheriff Auburn just turns to you and says, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, I could, you're not from where they're from. You don't speak like how they speak. Why would I think you're going to act like they're going to act?
Well, hold on. He didn't roll on a 0. He rolled an 8 because I assisted him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I said that just now.
Okay.
He did actually say it beforehand, yes.
All right. I didn't know that. It still wasn't very persuasive, unfortunately.
I'm guessing
And the
not.
reply still stands.
But it wasn't a critical fail, at least.
That's true.
Mm.
What
Alright,
would a
well,
critical fail have got us? Execution, maybe?
No. That's pretty much the same response. Just I wouldn't have rolled for it. But I tell you notice that Dorwin seems to be a really nice, a beautiful little productive town. It's not very big. The houses aren't exactly massive, but they're well kept, and everyone seems to be polite. The town seems to be industrious. You can see lots of people working, and it looks pretty calm and tranquil, really.
Sargon, are you promoting the ethno state right now?
I'm not promoting anything. I'm describing the world around you.
Hey, right wing watch, I've got a story for you.
Describing the world around him. Wow.
Jared Holt. Sargon of Account's racist D&D campaign.
Jared, get in here.
Oh god, it's literally going to happen as well.
If it happened on the fucking Ark server, there's no question it's going to happen here.
I know, right? So what next? What do you want to say?
Oh, this guy's just so fucking dense. Jesus Christ. Okay. My kind sir, who I did not just call dense under my breath. One of the individuals that we're trying to that we've been traveling with is very wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you guys can't hear this. Would you be willing to accept him as a non-refugee if he is able to demonstrate his wealth to you?
I think you should probably roll a persuasion check.
I guess I fucking should. Hey, Dev.
Even racists can be bribed.
I tried that at the gates.
Yeah, but you can't just like the guard, right? That you're trying to bribe. A, you didn't bribe him properly. You didn't actually make a persuasion check. But B, there are some things you just can't persuade people to do, and I've told you this before.
NPC derangement syndrome is what I have. NPC derangement syndrome.
I can believe it. I'm sorry. But this is the man that makes the rules, and they're trying to bribe him. He's the right person to bribe.
Dev, do you reckon you could assist me with the roll?
Okay, before I do so, we have insurrections. And I like the faded ritualist in the sky.
Yeah.
It says, Jesus Christ, menstruations are synchronized.
I want to know how quickly you two fucking maniacs are going to drop the plan when the gate opens and they call you in.
Yeah, you're literally going to ignore the rest of your fellow refugees in a second, don't you? Like that.
Bye, guys, filthy fucking refugees.
Anyway,
Right,
I will assist you. I will do hand animals or something behind you to illustrate points.
Don't try to make it. Don't question the reality of this, Dev. It'll only make Sargon remove it from the rules.
You don't need to roll that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, it could have been worse. It was a 12.
oh well, I got a natural 20.
Yeah, just let Uzulu and Dev inside, and they'll let us in afterwards.
Listen, I can't account for the rolls.
The sheriff just like shakes his head and says, "Listen, I lost my leg to a refugee. I'm not even letting one of these in, as no matter how much money you pay me."
All right, lads, I have an idea.
What's the idea?
It does involve the shit from the sewers, but it doesn't involve poisoning the entire city. My idea is IRL blackface. Now, hear me out. Their only qualification for you being refugees is your skin color.
An accent.
The fact that they can identify you as being foreigners.
I have a second recommendation. Keep your mouth shut and use blackface.
We already moved
Now-
past that point.
Now, Vee and Arch, this does, I'm afraid, involve smearing your faces with feces, but
No. You need to understand, the only way to deal with unreasonable people is to be unreasonable yourself.
yeah, but unreasonable people have an army sometimes.
Doesn't matter. We also have Prince Emmerich on our side. We have an army of refugees, and if Prince Emmerich doesn't want his bear trained, then that's fine.
All right, well, the most I will say for you, Vee and Arch, is that if you bring Prince Emmerich's forces to siege this town, I won't take the side of the town, I'll just leave.
Well, not only that, you'll be branded a thief because you stole Arch's bear.
He didn't steal his bear, he didn't try to stop us taking it through.
Arch, what do you say about it?
Didn't
It's a
I?
shared cart. Also, Arch, you and I are both the bear's parents.
All I'm saying is that you better roll a bigger persuasion roll on Prince Emmerich than you rolled on this guy.
Well, if Prince Emmerich does come here, then I have no interest in defending the town anymore. However, they might be able to sort it out diplomatically rather than Prince Emmerich just fucking retardedly rushing at the
Oh, with
walls.
them, yes. With
Yes.
someone who stole from a lord?
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
Emmerich does strike me as a very level-headed fellow.
Yeah, me too.
He isn't level-headed, but he does know the game of lordship, unlike
Does he?
certain other lords. Yeah, he wouldn't just attack someone's city on the word of someone else that
Oh,
is
I'm saying.
unverified.
All I'm saying is you better roll more than a 3 when talking to Emmerich.
Is there anybody in the city higher up than this guy? I assume the
Yeah.
sheriff doesn't run the town.
You have no idea. You've only just arrived here.
All right. Well, can I?
You're going to be like, can I speak to your superior?
No, I just want to. Is like where's the mayor's residence, for example? Can I ask him that?
He says, I'm the sheriff of the town. I'm the person in charge.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
you guys
Okay.
are fucked.
Yep. I mean, shit. I don't know what else to do.
Splitting
I mean,
the
I have
party always works out so well.
I have a pretty good intimidation advantage. I mean, I don't think it's the right thing to do in this situation, but
Hold him over the water and say, "You want to go for a swim?"
the correct solution here is for you two outside not to be so fucking triggered that you can't come in. Unfortunately, since that's not on the fucking cards anymore, we're going to have to find a different solution. All right, I guess we're waiting for nightfall and doing the rope idea. Fuck's sake.
It's up to you.
Yeah, well, if we wait for nightfall and to do the rope idea, we're going to wake up and everyone in the city is going to be like poisoned with their own shit.
I'm not
Wait,
doing the
hold
rope
on,
idea. I don't want to be a
wait,
refugee in a hostile city.
Uzulu, can't we? I know it would mean that we get a bit less prestige, but can't we claim that this guy we have with us in the 10 heads were like that fight was solely Arch and V, and they're heroes and deserve to be let in on that basis?
We can try it. I don't really mind like losing prestige with one person, but I don't think he's going to go for it. But we can try it. We'll have to
You
roll
wanna
another persuasion though.
Yeah, it'll have to be an impressive persuasion too.
Yeah, you do it. You and I will do my hand animals to assist.
Will one of the hand animals be a bear?
Yes.
Don't tell him about the bit where you failed to intimidate the guy with the tiny bear.
Tell the whole tale about V's flaming orb and my leap of faith. And
I'm not going to actually lie. I'm just going to leave out the bits where Dev and I did all the work.
So basically, if we're going to boil
Arch
this down to one statement, what you're saying is not all refugees.
Yes.
yeah, pretty much.
Look, some of them kill their own kind, so they're okay.
It was Arch who made the leap of faith across the gorge and etc. etc.
We don't need to lie. We just need to leave out our bits, okay?
How did
We can
all
just
of
say
these
all
men
of these-
die then?
Is he making the case of the Spider-Man refugee that got citizenship from the president of France?
Basically, yes.
Yes.
Look, he
Like,
saved
some
a
of them are
baby from
okay.
falling off of a roof or something. No one else would have done that. Not one person in our country would have saved this child from falling.
Do I even want his stupid citizenship at this point? Did you ask yourself this?
Well, V, if you're putting entry to the village where literally your primary quest is, no questions asked,
Okay, I have
against
an idea. I have an
sieging
idea
the
as
city,
well. Yeah, we're not gonna. Please don't siege. I have an idea as well. I'm going. Uzlu, while you talk,
you want to accept the fact that at this point you split the party on 2 different objectives.
I'm going to turn.
Form your own objective, but it's a retarded one.
I'm going
Arch's quest. Arch doesn't want to cooperate with these people. What exactly is their word to understand?
I'm going to turn to the guy that we have in custody and say, "Yo, can you help us and like and like play up Arch and V's involvement?"
I don't think that's a good idea, to be honest.
He says, "Well, what do I get out of it?"
We'll let you free instead of killing you.
Yes.
You've taken him to the sheriff of a highly xenophobic town that he has been terrorizing with banditry for the last year or so.
And we're still going to let you free if you help us.
We'll just carry him outside the gates.
Yep.
And to be fair, it was the sheriff who suggested setting him free.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, yeah, that's true. That is true. Okay. He says, no, I want some money. 10 gold pieces.
Dev, is it even worth it? Why? Hold on. Why the hell would the sheriff trust this guy anyway?
I'm going to slap him across the face.
Oh,
Why?
now he is torturing. Now he's fine with it.
Come on, man. I'm not torturing. I'm just smacking him. Like, come on, man.
There's no point.
He doesn't have an armor class at this point. So, okay, you slap him. He looks kind of pissed off.
You slap him with your monk abilities and he just evaporates into red mist. Right, listen, I'm gonna roll persuasion on the whole. These refugees, not refugees. These people were actually heroes, and they killed almost all of the bandits that we've shown you today. I'm gonna roll persuasion, and Deb's gonna assist me.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna roll a fucking 0 again.
Okay.
We'll tell the tale.
There you go.
Okay, that's great. And are you assisting him with the refugee? Are you?
No, it won't help.
I assume the refugee does not want to. I don't want to give him 10 gold, so fuck
it
that.
Doesn't matter, even if he doesn't want to. It won't help.
Yep.
Okay, well. So what are you saying exactly?
I'm trying to persuade the sheriff that our friends that are not refugees but have been locked out of the city killed most of the bandits that we've just shown you. They are not like the others. They are our friends, and they are on your side, and they can kill the bandits that have been terrorizing your town.
They're heroes, in fact.
The bandit just shouts, "They're lying. This is all part of an elaborate ruse in order to overtake the city."
I'm going to dunk him in the river head first.
You're not.
Just for a minute or two.
This is what you just slap the guy.
Are you glaving him?
Yes. And I expect him to take extra fucking damage as well because he has no armor or anything. I'm glaving him just straight through him.
Okay, well that's 6 damage.
6?
Correct.
Listen, he's tied up on the ground.
Yeah, but 6 damage is only 6 damage.
Wasn't he at 1 damage, though, when we had tied him up at the end of the last...
He's not at 1 damage now.
Well, it's not like the sheriff's going to listen to this guy anyway. I'm just going to, after doing that, after he says that, I'm going to say, he's lying, obviously.
After you glaive him?
All the other refugees.
Tremendously persuasive.
Why is that not persuasive?
The sheriff is like, look, I don't trust any of you people now. Right?
Yeah, to be honest, I can't fucking blame him after you've been slapping the refugee as well.
I want either you give this refugee to my clerk and he can be given his give this bandit refugee, he can be given his due process through the courts and a short, sharp drop, or you can all get out.
Okay, fuck it. Let's just go along with it and let Arch and V do their thing. These people are totally uncooperative and unreasonable.
How much time did you waste it up till now? No, seriously.
We wouldn't have erased if it had worked, V. We didn't know if it was going to work or not.
Yeah, well, how did I know? Okay, so you're saying that I have supernatural abilities to foresee the future.
Know.
All
I
I'm
am the
saying is
prophet,
if Dev
right?
hadn't decided to act out of character and slap the fucking guy, then maybe, just maybe, this wouldn't have gone this way.
Yeah, but how did I predict this outcome, Uzul? I'm a prophet, aren't I? I literally have powers from the divine.
You had no other option. but
Okay. Well, you're not here now.
But to
You're
decry,
not here now.
you had no option but to decry the people who had just walked in without you.
Arch,
I mean, you're right. You're right that I shouldn't have slapped him. I kind of meant that as a joke, but I ended up just rolling with it.
It's really funny that you're torturing people when you're not supposed to, and you're
Yeah,
not torturing them.
It's surely going to weigh on your conscience.
I mean, it's
Okay, Arch.
a smack on the cheek is not torture.
No,
Six
you're
damage.
rationalizing torture. Fucking hell, Dev.
Anyway, is it me and Arch now?
Well, no. Let's finish what Devin Oozler are doing.
Okay, I guess we're going to his office to hand him over at this point. Oozler,
It's
get
just
kicked out.
it's just the building next to you.
Along with the
Okay,
heads.
let's go.
Yep, you go in. A clerk and a few guards are in there. The clerk just looks up from his desk and says, "How can I help you?"
We have some merchandise to submit.
He looks him over and just says, "Ah, bandit, one of those goddamn refugees. What was he doing? Did he try and rob you?"
Oh, just the kind of thing his people of his race do all the time.
He doesn't even blink and just says, "Yep, it's 10 silver pieces for each head. Same price alive."
My character's just going along with it, ironically, at this point. My character isn't particularly race focused. This isn't a Just Crusade.
So what is that? That's 1 gold, 10 silver.
Yes.
You want to take what is that? 55.
Oh, you're bringing the pile of heads, are you?
Yep, I'll just roll them out onto the desk.
Okay.
So 55 each.
55 each.
55 silver, that is.
Yeah, we will split it again once the other fellows rejoin.
Assuming that they don't just immediately and forever hate us now. And I'm really not sure.
Okay. Right, okay. In the meantime, do you guys want to try and find an inn or something?
I guess. I mean,
Are we going to Crow next?
Crow is in the town, yeah?
Yeah.
He's inside the walls.
Yes.
All right, I guess we'll go visit him quickly then. Even though we don't have the papers, we can just scope out whether it's possible to train a diabear with him.
Okay.
We're going to head down.
Okay, well, I'll just leave you with the cart for now.
Okay.
Arch and V, while this is all going on, you're sat in the refugee camp. The refugees give you the bare minimum they can. They've got like cooking pots and stuff like that. Most of the food they have is moldy. They've got some hard bread that they share with you. It's all they've got. They're not being stingy. They're actually being really generous.
I think I have a spell that purifies food. I might start doing miracles to gain a following amongst them.
Yeah, the food isn't. It's not.
If it's moldy,
it's not going to poison them or anything like that. It's just shit.
Arch, what do you want me to send to Prince Emmerich? Write me a compassionate letter. But I don't think Arch is here. See, he's bitching about me playing video games, right? And then he actually walks off from your campaign. Just saying.
Are you about to split the party again, V?
To be fair, Arch is probably planning an assault. So
I've got some ritualist art here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
my armful of heads.
So yeah, what are you doing, V? I mean, the refugees, while you're waiting there, they talk to you. They tell you about the harrowing story of how the evil infidels invaded your land. And I mean, this is what happened to you. This is the same story that happened to you. That you were forced to flee. They ended up here after many trials and tribulations and much suffering, and they just want to be able to start a new life in a new place. Create something good, but they just can't. No one will let them in.
So I basically
Sorry for having to step out.
Yeah,
no problem.
I told them that I am a man of the divine, that I spoke with the patriarch and all of that. And I want to, basically the prophet has sent me to help them. Mm-hmm. And I will create this spell, which is create food and water, so that I can feed. And
you can create food and water.
I can create food and water, bitch.
Fuck
45 pounds of food. I'm like Jesus on the mountain, going around telling them to spread the word. The ones that listened to me before, the ones that saw me with the booming voice, and claiming that I'm part from the Inquisition, and I'm basically creating food and water to tell these people that they need to come here and they need to listen to the word.
That is pretty Jesus-like.
I am. Motherfucker. Piece of shit.
Okay.
Just
how often can you do this?
3 times. So until I take a rest.
Yeah. So
I tell the guys that are listening to me, I tell them, look, go through all the camps, tell your friends to spread the word that there's food and water here. There is a man sent by the divine, willing to feed and give them water.
V, the spell says 15 humanoids. There's hundreds.
No, I can cast it 3 times.
Isn't it?
I can cast it 3 times, and they can share it amongst us.
Okay, well, you sit there and you create food and water, and the refugees are just in awe. Like, this is like, holy shit! Some of them start singing hallelujahs and praying, and all of a sudden people start flocking over towards you. Now I'm gonna have to move a lot of more bloody tokens.
Looks like you're finally starting your cult, V.
I know. While I'm doing this, can I roll what would be a performance, I guess, to have a sermon where I just basically decry the people in the town?
How about you let me finish doing what I'm doing first?
Right.
Finish what you're doing first.
Okay. It's about to sustain humanoids and 5 steeds for 24 hours, but I only want them to sustain for 12, so that would be like 30 people for the spell.
Well, I mean, you create, I guess, fruit and vegetables.
Yeah.
And they just start passing them out amongst themselves. Some of them bite into them and are just amazed that it's actual food, fresh food as well, food that isn't 5 days old or a week old or something like that. They're not just getting the cast-offs from people in the town. And yes, people, more and more of them start coming over to try and get some of your food.
Yeah, they only get the food if they basically thank the prophet before taking it.
Wow. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay. Arch, what are you doing?
I'm just an enforcer now. I'll just back V up for this.
Right, okay.
Okay,
V creates the food, you distribute it.
Can I have a religious sermon in order to... Well, no, Arch isn't distributing it. He's a lord. It's the people that listen to my initial prayers that are going to be the enforcers, and they're going to distribute the food.
Sorry, who?
The 5?
Yeah, the 5 guys that listened to my first sermon, the ones that were convinced.
Okay.
He's Zoe Quinn now.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a victim.
Okay, well, I'll keep the 5 guys around you. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is definitely something you can do, and more people start turning up.
Okay. Who's the guy with the blue?
He's Bob. He's the guy that Arch captured.
Ah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I mean, Bob's just astounded as well.
One moment, sorry.
He can't believe what he's seeing.
Can I have a sermon? Like, would it be a...
You can make a performance check, yeah?
Yeah, performance check in order to basically radicalize, say that the people in the town have lost faith.
Radicalize.
Yeah.
I rolled to radicalize the refugees.
Yeah,
It says Imam B.
Yeah, the people in the town have lost faith. We're brothers of the same, under the same prophet, and what they're doing is unjust.
You really do sound like ISIS, though. I'm just saying that's exactly what ISIS say to the various sort of ethnic tribes in the Middle East to get them to cooperate. Just so you know, just.
Arch, if it works, it works. Arch, would you help me? Would you help me on the persuasion check?
Praise Jesus.
Would you help me on the performance check?
Hamid. Yeah.
Arch is away right now.
Well, I assume he would help, and so I can get the advantage.
He has to be here to help, I'm afraid.
Well, then we're going to wait for him before I roll.
Okay.
Well, V, cast your spell that gives you advantage just to astound them some more, and then...
No, because then they notice it's something fishy, and I don't want them to think I'm bewitching them.
they'll just see a bright light from the man who generated food and water.
He does have a point.
Right, sorry.
Okay,
There are sheeps eating my flowers.
Okay, then
Problems. Sorry, go on.
I don't think I have the spell saved, though. That's the problem. So basically, I'm trying to radicalize the march. I'm saying that the people in the town have lost faith. They moved away from the wishes of the prophet. We are brothers under the same religion, and they should have helped us rather than turn us away.
Oh, of course. It's their duty.
Yeah, do you want to help me so I get advantage on the roll?
Of course, I'll aid.
All right. Let's see.
Stand behind you looking impressive.
Performance. Ooh la la.
It's a pretty good performance. Okay, yeah, you give a long sermon. At points, it's it's very moving. I mean, at points you've got people cheering when you start telling them, reminding them about the harrowing journey and how they overcame all of these obstacles and they came together to help one another in the refugee camp. And at times you've got them weeping as you remind them about the oppression that they're suffering at the hands of their fellow Arothian brothers and how this is just an unjust way of treating people who are fleeing from the same problem that they are creating a crusade to go and solve. And yeah, I mean, by the end of it, people are cheering for you.
All right. Well, Arch, do you want me to send anything to Prince Emmerich? I think we planted the seeds of discord, right? You need to let them boil a bit. You can't just like this is a long-term
Dear
goal.
Prince Emmerich, I'm radicalizing a bunch of refugees to take over the town in which the guy who trains bears lives.
The way I view it, Arch, right? If the peasants start attacking the city, right, then we can go and propose we're going to make them stop attacking the city if they allow us in.
For the moment, we're probably not going to be able to attack it with just these peasants. They'll probably erupt remarkably quickly.
Yeah, we need to arm them, of course.
We'll give it
them up first.
Well, I'll feed them up if you can go buy some weapons, I guess.
We'll give it a day or two just to see how things progress. If we don't make any progress, then we'll start calling in all of our friends. We'll start sending messages to the prince, the pope, to the Inquisition, whoever who will listen to however many lies.
Should I tell them to take sewage water and dumping into the river to the city? Because now they don't need the carts from the city.
The river flows southwards out of the city. You can't actually do that. I mean, well,
okay.
you could dump sewage north of the city, but I mean, they dump all their fucking sewage in the river anyway. So.
Hey! I'm gonna roll nature. Vee, assist me. Let's see if we can find some fucking poisonous plants.
I'm not sure that he can necessarily assist you on a do you know something roll.
I also
put your heads together.
What's your nature, Vee?
let me check.
Make grappling hooks
0.
and climb the walls
My
after
nature is
dark.
0.
Okay, I'll try then. Let's just find the most vicious, poisonous plant. Something that kills you by dehydrating you via the asshole. Ooh.
Okay, you can find poisonous berries in the forest.
But are they properly vicious?
What do you want to do with them?
Well, I mean, we could probably get
You know
send
what
the
you can do,
refugees out into the forest, gather bunches of them, smush them into a paste, and start pouring that into their water.
I don't think that would work because the water would dilute it.
Yeah, the thing is, the river's quite a fast-flowing river. It's not stagnant or anything.
What you can do, Arch, would be to poison the cart of food that they're bringing out of the city so that the refugees think that the people in the city want to kill them. And then we will get more people on our side.
Maybe. Might have to be done. Well, now, at least we know that our poisonous berries nearby.
Arch, how do they get the food into the city? Because they have to have farms out here somewhere, right? You can probably poison one of those shipments.
We can literally siege the city, yes. Start starving them.
Dev, why are you helping them?
Because we don't have an army, right? We can't
Yeah,
siege.
why are you helping them siege the city we're currently in?
Yeah. More importantly, why are you helping them possibly commit mass genocide by fucking biological warfare on the city that we're currently in and about to order a room in?
Because, Uzulu, we fucking tried.
But here's the thing, right? Is there a
What
way?
else is there?
Is there a way we could poison the food that comes out of the city in the cart? And then if someone gets sick, right? And don't poison it, don't kill them, right? Just a plant that makes them sick, like bellyache, shit like that. Then I can cure them and I can, radicalize them even further against the people in the city.
We'll keep it in mind at least.
Right.
What an elegant and foolproof plan.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Well, I asked the refugees if there are any amongst you that are blind or deaf, bring them to me.
Okay, so we probably haven't got that much time left, so let's go back over to Dev and Uzulu. So while V's busy feeding the poor,
no, radicalizing the poor and creating a cult.
Radicalizing the refugees,
creating a cult.
Feeding them. He is feeding them. He's just feeding them nonsense and lies and propaganda instead of.
Put it this way: if I actually manage to take this city, holy shit, then other people will follow me. I can take over another city.
Just gonna establish a caliphate and slowly spread as the armies are away for a crusade.
Exactly.
That could be actually a pretty good way to do it. Don't go with the crusade. Just establish a new order while they're gone.
Now the whole plan would be to get them to attack the city and then have a discussion with one of the guards. Like, look, I can get it to stop if you let us in.
Right. Devin Uzulu, what are you doing? You're trying to find
Crow. Off to see Crow.
Right.
Wait,
Which way are you going?
Wait, we're at the cart, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly run back into the mayor's office there, just barge the door open, and then point at the clerk and say, "Okay, when's that guy getting hanged?"
The guy just looks up from his paperwork and says, "Tomorrow morning."
I'll be there. I'll run back to the cart. That guy's a fucking asshole.
Is he? I think what you mean is I was an asshole to him, and now I have to pretend that he's the asshole, so I don't feel like the asshole here. Right. Good job. You turned into an SJW. Right. Where are you going?
To be fair, maybe an SJW isn't as bad as literally ISIS.
You're back here.
Well, I mean, it's a tough call.
I haven't killed anyone yet.
We head down to the gates again, and then we go west, right? That's the way to go?
Yep, I think so.
All right. Yeah, chat, I know that the slap was a mistake, but now I've got to live with it, right? My character's not perfect. He acted out of frustration. He's very sorry about it.
V is evil genius. So
we'll start praying later on tonight for forgiveness, I'm sure.
I will, yes.
Right, okay. You want to go south, yeah? To the
Yep.
Right, okay.
Wave at our friend again.
Yep. Actually, he's not there, is it? Okay. Okay, you head across. Again, you see more tightly packed houses, busy streets. You come to a large house with an area outside of it that has an enclosure with wolves in it, for fuck's sake. That has wolves in it. You see a man wearing furs who's currently training them.
And I'm back again. Can I borrow a few of those wolves, by the way? Because I need them.
You could ask Crow to come outside.
Yeah, that could work, actually.
If he's not a complete racist, I guess.
Well, I mean, he does literally have the same name as Jim Crow, and we have been making jokes about that for a while, so we're going to have to hope that those were just jokes.
Not everyone's a racist. Just the guy in charge.
All right, let's lock the card up. I'm doing it every time.
I don't even know what you think it means.
I wrap the chain through like one of the spokes of the wheels so that it can't turn.
Right.
Yeah. Like if there's a tree, I'll chain it around a tree, but otherwise I'll just wrap it to.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we're going to say hello or introduce ourselves, or greet him rather.
Yeah, you see a hardy-looking man of about 40. He's wearing furs. He's just training his wolves, and you see, as you approach, you see him just raise a hand and then snap his fingers, and all of the wolves sit. And then he raises his hand again and makes a different motion, and all of them roll over. He makes another motion, they all stand up. And then, he's just going through tricks with them, but they're all impeccably trained.
Magic heretic.
They have to be. He's training them in an open enclosure in the middle of a city.
He believes in the peace god.
The enclosure isn't like open. I mean, it's fenced in. I probably just didn't represent it very well.
Follower of the beast god.
That's graphical limitations, I'm afraid. But yeah, and as you
They
approach,
do bark an awful lot, though.
yes, they do. Yeah, at least we've got sound effects in the background there. There we go. Well done. But as you approach, he just whistles, and they all sit down. They all sit patiently, and he turns to you and says, "Good day."
Good day. We're here to procure your legendary services. Whatever.
You go, all right. What for?
Well, let's bring our companion over, shall we? Or should we bring the cart over, or should we bring him to the cart? Or
Are you snapping your fingers to your black manservant? If you think these dogs are well trained, well,
The last time we moved the cart, we dropped it and it broke. So let's bring him to the.
let's bring him to the cart.
Yes.
Would you like to join us? We've got something rather interesting on the cart to show you.
he shrugs and just comes over to the cart with you.
All right, and I assume that the dire bear is visible. There's nothing to pull off to show him.
No, the bear's visible. Yeah, he sees it. He leans in to investigate it, and
I'm
says,
going to ask, do you know what kind of bear this is?
He says, "I do. It's a dire bear.
Ah.
Where did you get this?"
We found it out hunting with a Prince Emmerich.
Oh, did you?
Hmm.
How much is it going for? How much are you selling it for?
We were hoping to procure your services. We were hoping to procure your services in training it for either combat or something similar. It and 2 others, if possible.
Something similar? What exactly do you have in mind, you filthy little?
Mounted combat.
Yeah, not necessarily to fight, but like as a mount would also be helpful. That's what I meant by similar.
He sits there scratching his whiskers and says, "Yeah, I could train dire bear. I've never done it, but I think I can do it. It won't be cheap."
That's all right. We're here on Prince Emmerich's mission.
Are you now?
The voice of Arch in the background.
I love the fact that he
really?
I love the fact that he name drops. It's like, yeah, by the way, the person who hired us is very rich.
As if we wouldn't be doing it.
Very rich.
I mean, we are literally here on Emmerich's mission. It's just that we're not the only ones that are here on his mission.
Yeah, but you could have just said, the person who employed us wants blah 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 without actually saying he's a prince.
V, you are the guy who walks around shouting that you are a messenger of the prophet at every single encounter.
Yeah, but you know the thing? I actually am.
Yeah, well,
That is
so
a
what
vital
we're saying is
difference.
true as well.
There's going
It's
to be
not
a
like-
strange misunderstanding coming up, I think.
Okay, so but yeah, I mean, he says it won't be cheap, and it won't be short either.
Yeah, we expected that. There are 2 additional dire bears that we can bring to you. We were doing 3, right? All 3, like the Inquisition and
Yeah,
Prince
you
Emmerich
did,
one?
say 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you be able to train all 3, or just 1, or just 2?
He thinks about it for a few moments. Yeah, I reckon so. It'll be exceptionally dangerous, but I think I can do it.
You're a brave man, sir. Genuinely compliment him, because that probably would be very dangerous.
Yes, it
Well,
probably is.
Why bring the bears to him and not him to the bears? I mean, a prince is hiring him. Just say.
A strange Romanian voice on the wind.
Yeah,
gives
it's
me-
weird.
No, I'm not. I mean, this is where he does his work. I don't think he.
You can hear refugees yelling indistinctly over the wall.
All right, I'm gonna actually doing it in the village is an issue because you guys are there. But what do we need from Arch right now?
Don't know. What do you need?
Well, I'm asking this. Well, I guess I'm just asking. Yeah, but do we need?
I don't think we need anything from him just yet. We just need to know how much he wants to charge.
I don't think you have the authority to strike a deal on behalf of Prince Emmerich.
Vee, I think you're not even there. I think you're currently giving a sermon to a bunch of unwashed refugees.
All right. Well, we're not going to actually strike a deal now. We're just going to get a quote. Would be the modern version. But,
Yeah.
So you're asking how much it's going to cost.
Yes.
He strokes his whiskers, thinks it over for a bit, and says, "I reckon it'll take about 5 years. I think it will cost about 20,000 gold pieces per bear."
Per bear. Wow.
Damn.
All right. Well, I don't know if we we certainly don't, but we might be able to get the prince to, or the Inquisition as well, to pay that kind of money. So, then again, if we can't afford that for our bear, who else is going to pay it?
Who are you asking?
Well, just in general, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I guess
thinking
anyone
about it too,
that
because we don't collectively have 20,000 gold.
No. Someone in the chat saying that I was supposed to bring the trainer to the prince. Was that the case?
Mm-hmm. You're fucking it up, but that's okay.
Well, I don't think he could leave anyway. He has other business going on here.
Ah, well, you're the one who's going to inform the prince.
Should we ask then? Is he leaving to train the bears, or is he leaving to see the prince?
I think to see the prince.
I just want to thank Tron. He said, "Here's $10. My flight refused to take for 40 minutes, so I could watch your stream in flight. Thanks for what you do." Oh, thanks, man. All right. So what are you doing?
I guess we're telling him that the prince requests an audience with you as soon as possible to sort out the deal and to meet the other bears.
Oh.
Oh my god.
This is
What's
not
the
being
problem?
negotiated as Arch wants.
Well, he's not even the negotiator.
Well, then you shouldn't have been brown, should you, Arch?
No, it's not like I haven't said that you don't have the authority and shouldn't negotiate that. It's not like I haven't said it, so I'm just going to shut up.
Yep, Arch and V, please be quiet for a moment. Let Devon and Uzlu do this themselves. Right. So sorry, what were you going to say to him, Uzlu?
I'm just trying to establish if he's willing to come and see the prince. Once he is, and once he leaves, well, not even necessarily once he leaves, but I'll say that our companions have the official papers to confirm who we are, but they're outside the city. So I'm just asking him if he's willing to go to the prince and to meet the other
Crow
survivors.
says, why are your companions outside of the city?
I'm not saying that. That's just what I was going to say after this one.
Oh,
I'm just
right, okay.
telling everyone where I'm going with the conversation here.
Okay, well, say what you intend to say to him.
Yeah, I'm just saying that asking, would you be willing to come and visit the prince and meet the other two dire bears as well? He's requested your presence.
Well, I mean, how far away is it? Where is the prince?
Was it 9 days?
Was he in Pendley?
6 days, I think it was.
6 days? Okay, 6 days. Yeah, he's in the Pendley camp.
We'll just say he's in Pendley.
He kind of he mulls it over, scratches his whiskers some more, and says, "Well, it's going to cost me if I do that."
Well, I mean, he is a prince. We reckon he'll be able to throw some money at this. I don't fucking know. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he has 60,000 gold to spare.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, because you took the initiative.
What else am I supposed to do right now?
Listen
Voices
to
in the
Arch.
fucking wind.
Listen to Arch.
What is Arch actually suggesting?
I'm not saying anything because I'm not there. Keep fucking
I
it up,
know.
Isla.
Yeah.
But what is there to do at this point?
Oh, I know exactly what is there to do at this point.
Yeah, but your plan is to murder a bunch of people in the city. My plan doesn't involve that.
Uzulu, this guy may not be a racist, and if we inform him that the actual lord of the party is outside the walls, we may be able to enlist his help in getting them
Yes.
inside the walls.
Well, that's not really the point, but getting them inside the walls isn't that useful if he is willing to go outside and meet them. But my point is, if we are supposed to take him back to the prince, it's worth establishing whether he's actually willing to do that before we bother showing him the official papers. I figure if he's not willing to do that, then there's no point trying to get Arch and V in or trying to get him out. And that's the higher maintenance task. So we got to establish his willingness to actually take part before we like prove that him taking part is worth his time. But I mean, now that he's saying that he might be willing, if it's gonna, but he's gonna cost him. I guess I can ask, will he be willing to take that money upon arrival?
He thinks it over and says, well, it's going to cost me at least 25 gold pieces a day. So I'm training these wolves, and I've got another batch of pups coming in that need training. So if I have to put that off, that's going to extend my training time at least a week. It's going to knock money off of the actual the finished animals. So
okay then. Well, I guess Arch at this point probably tried to intimidate him with the whip. So I guess we need a whip, Dev. Should we go do some shopping for the rest of the episode? See, I'm following Arch's advice, even by spirit.
Right. So Crow says, so I mean, who owns this bear?
You're the mother, Ursula. Arch is the dad.
I am one of its adoptive parents. The other has found himself in an unfortunate situation nearby. He has been prevented from entering the city.
And why has he been prevented from entering the city?
All right, here's the gambit, folks. Because the guards believe he is a refugee, even though he is of noble birth.
No, wait. Don't word it like that. Say the nation that he's from, and not the fact that he may or may not be a refugee. Is it Erothian?
Yeah. That's the religion.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the kingdom.
Just say he's a nobleman from kingdom, and then he's been, mistaken for whatever.
Is that what you want to say?
I'm going to say, yeah.
Okay.
The guards were mistaken in identifying him. He is actually a lord, but the guards refuse to believe us.
He just kind of sighs and says, well, I'm sure there are some lords in the refugee camp. But so your friends are refugees then?
For fuck's sake.
They are not refugees. Just gonna put it straightforward. They're not refugees. One of them is a lord and one of them is a priest.
He just says, well, they certainly sound like refugees. Why did they leave their home if not because of the invasion?
Many reasons. I mean, we're on business from Prince Emmerich, and before that we were on business from the Inquisition.
Raises his eyebrows. He says, well, look, I mean, if you're looking to get rid of this bear, I can buy it off you.
Well, that's not, well, maybe for ours, I don't know, but for the other two, that's not really the deal. So, would you be willing to come to the gates of the city to meet with our friend who has the appropriate papers and can speak on the authority of Prince Emmerich?
He says, sure, but I can't really travel at the moment. I don't really want to go to the refugee camp. So there's an inn about a mile down the road. Tomorrow we can meet there for lunch.
Okay. Progress. Excellent. Fantastic. Right. Until then, Dev, you and I are going to need to brave the rabble and convince Arch and Vee not to slaughter everyone because we've actually made progress.
Yeah, we do have to go out and tell them the plan before.
Yeah,
before
doing that, me and Arch have a plan, so you'll need to skip back over to us while we do something while Ursula and Deva were talking with this guy.
All right, I don't mind that, but what? So the plan is that tomorrow we'll meet him at an inn a few miles outside the city. It seems a strange way of doing things, but if that's what he's after, and then
well, he's established that your fellows are refugees. He doesn't want to go into the refugee camp.
Okay. And
they can't come in yet.
No.
Yeah.
No. So we have to go meet him at a neutral site.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then immediately after that happens, we'll bid him farewell and you take our cart back to the gate, and we're then going to go and tell Arch and Vee the plan, but they can have their equivalent of what we've just done to do their plan.
You want to do that then? Shall we go back to the gate?
Well, before you do that,
where
just
we're
skip over to us. Won't take long. Because I want to tell something to the refugees.
Yeah. I'm just making a couple of notes. Sorry.
Also, V, I'm almost on side with just butchering this town at this point because nobody in it seems to, at the very least, accept the notion that not everyone is an unwashed refugee.
I know.
Even though they all have the same accent.
Well, why don't you ask them about it?
Hold on. Just
You haven't actually spoken to anyone properly, Dev.
But they all have the logic that if you have this color skin, then nothing else, literally nothing else matters about the person.
Why? Well, who has this logic?
All the guards and the sheriff, and it seems Crow, or to some extent.
Does it?
It did seem like that when we were talking to him, yeah.
Well, what did he say?
What was it?
He immediately said, "Oh, he's a refugee." When you mentioned he was a noble,
Yeah, but he didn't say it necessarily disdainfully.
Yeah, but assuming that someone is a refugee just because they are outside the city, or just because they are from a particular country or something.
Yeah.
Sargon, refugee means you're seeking refuge, right? If you're not seeking refuge, you're not a refugee.
Dude, I agree. I am also not a racist, but these people this town is run by racists.
Well, they're going to suffer consequences.
Racism is the worst thing you could do.
Can you skip back to us and Arch now?
In a second, man.
I want there to be a banner over the gates that say "Refugees Welcome."
By the end of this.
Don't get me wrong, I despise these people as much as the next average person. It's just that they pushed it. They pushed us with that. They forced us to ally with them. This is what the alt-right doesn't understand. If you're going to other everyone, the other are going to gang up against you.
Yeah, but to be fair to the alt-right, have you seen this village? It's lovely.
It's not going to remain lovely once we fill it with corpses and disease.
I love the fact that, like, when the Nazi regime comes, they're finally when they're like, "Look, we'll explain to you how this happens. Watch this episode of Dungeons and Dragons." This is why.
Look, all I'm saying is that we've both successfully presented one side of the argument.
Hang on. This is the thing. You haven't actually taken any time to sit down with any of the actual characters yet and actually ask them what their opinions are. So
I don't think we have time before Arch and V start poisoning everyone.
well, that's a good point. Right. Okay. But right. So Crow offers you to sell the bear. I take it you're saying no.
Yeah, for now. Let's say no.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Well, you know where I live.
We'll consider the offer.
Yeah. If you change your mind, do come back. And he says, "I'll see you gentlemen tomorrow." And wands on and carries back over with his wolves.
Good. He was actually quite cooperative in the end.
Can you skip over to us now so we can?
We can. In the meantime, let's start wrapping up. So are you going to try and find an inn?
No, the two of us, I think we're going to go out and try to, when Arch and V have done their equivalent time, we're going to try and convince them to just wait until tomorrow when we can sort this out outside the city.
You're going to take your cart and leave it. What, are you staying in the refugee camp? Where are you sleeping this evening?
Well, we're probably going to sleep in the city, to be honest. I mean, it is nicer in there, but
we're just going to pop out, tell them to
wait. It is getting towards evening. So
Okay. Well, we'll find somewhere for a cart near the gate. We'll ask the guards to let us out and ask them to assure us that they'll let us back in again in a few minutes. And we'll go and try and reason with Arch and V after they've had their few minutes. I guess that'll happen next session.
Yeah, no. Can it happen now? Because
we'll get it done now. Okay, you go back to the gates. And what you're asking the guards what?
Yeah, we're just asking to leave and then come back in a few minutes.
This is before, like, what we want to do is before Uzulu leaves.
Okay, well, as you approach the guards, Frank sees you and says, "Oi, why has your refugee scum friend got Bob? What's he going to do with him?"
You don't want to know.
I think they were angry at not being left in, and they have certainly done the wrong thing. However, we're going out there to try and reason with them, and we'll attempt to get him freed if possible.
Seems like your friends are animals to me. No reasoning with them at all.
Yeah, well, you've got a point there, mate. We'll see you soon.
All right, but the gates are only going to be open for half an hour.
All right.
Yeah, but before Uzulu steps out, before he makes that foot out, can you skip over to us a little bit?
Okay.
I think there is some time they need to take. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Go on then.
Right.
Vee and Arch.
So while Uzulu and Devo were talking to the crow guy, right? I will describe Uzulu very accurately to the people around me, all of the refugees, and explain that he managed to stall a cart where we had supplies and provisions that we were wanting to give it to them for free. And he is now collaborating with the people inside, with the heretics inside, in order to make the situation even worse for our brothers of the faith.
Are you sacrificing your cult to me, V?
I am also doing something else. I am sending a message to Prince Emmerich saying that Uzulu has gone rogue and that he is negotiating he is negotiating instead of Arch, and that the situation is quite dire.
You don't know that, so that's another lie. On top of the other lies you're telling here.
You just took the cart, and ignored your lord, and went rogue. This is exactly what I'm sending to Prince Emmerich, and I will do my case with the persuasion roll once I meet him.
Okay.
I mean, look, V.
So
shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, right?
Down your throat, right?
Is that 25 words or less?
Yeah. Well, I if you want, we can take time. Me and Arch can think of a really nice message to send, but it's the general gist of it.
You've got to remember, the prince might be in the middle of doing something and might hear it, think, "What the fuck was that?" and then carry on with his day.
He recognizes that it's me. It knows it's me, and he can also answer in a likely manner immediately.
Sure.
Betrayed by Uzulu. Mission in danger.
I'm just saying, think of the kind of person Prince Emmerich is.
Arch, what do you want me to tell to the prince?
I don't think we should send the message to him just yet, because he's going to overreact.
How else were we going to achieve this mission without what we have just done? If you two are not insane right now, we'll achieve the mission.
Why don't you message Uzulu? He's in the fucking town. You have a sending thing. You fucking moron.
We're both in the town, and we can do stuff on your behalf.
Uzulu, you are supposed to negotiate the price. You didn't even try to haggle. Secondly, you didn't even try to say, well, we actually did this deal for you. Can you trade our bear for free or something like that?
No, there's been no deal made. You have a meeting with him tomorrow.
Yeah, but the problem is, you already said we're working on behalf of a prince, so he's going to ask a ridiculous amount of sum because he knows the prince can pay. If you would have said, well, we're working for a noble or something like that, he could have asked something less. But here you have Uzulu just going around it. Oh, we're going to negotiate with my persuasion skill of -2.
So sorry, I'm so
You also
sorry.
committed the cardinal mistake of telling him that the prince requested his presence. That is Theresa May level of diplomatic fuck-uppery.
It's not.
Well, listen, you have a meeting with him tomorrow, okay? So, I guess you guys will just have to spend your time in the refugee camp.
Oh, no, hold on. We told all of the refugees about Uzulu, right? Everyone should know about it, and I asked them specifically to spread the word that there is this particular gentleman accurately described that took a cart of supplies that was meant for the refugees.
V, I know you're pissed off that we split up the party, but
now you're giving the refugees your cart as soon as they see it.
What you're doing now, V, is you're absolutely solidifying that split, even though we have solved the problem and we are moving forward with the quest.
Livid, Uzulu, livid. Secondly, Arch, do you want me to write the message to Prince Emmerich or not yet? It's up to you.
No, yeah, that's probably a bit much.
Okay, very well. But when we see him, we can talk about it.
Okay. Right, for the time being, Uzulu and Dev, what are you doing? Are you staying in the city for the evening, or are you...
we have half an hour to run out and talk to them, right? And then run back.
Basically, also, I told the refugees that in the cart there were weapons that would have been distributed amongst them, not to attack anyone, but to be able to protect themselves. And Uzulu just told
Hell, okay, V. Jesus, I've got to write this down because this is important. Fucking lunatic.
Can we get from?
Hang on. V has promised players can't.
No, the weapons in the player's cart.
Weapons. No, you said this cart was for you.
No. Listen, I
they were
said
literally your words.
Yeah, I'm saying
obviously.
Not the cart. I'm saying that in the cart there were weapons and
Is
supplies.
Is V giving away Arch's bathtub?
So the contents of the cart.
Yeah, no, just the weapons in the
Let's
cart.
first.
Sorry. The weapons, the weaponry.
Arch.
Weapons and food. There's weapons and food for them in the cart.
Exactly.
Arch, do you mind if I use your bathtub while you're gone? Thank you.
If they apprehend the man called Uzulu and bring him to justice.
You really just used the word justice.
Yeah, of course. I speak for the prophet, bitch. Who do you speak for?
And Goozloo is actually speaking from the sort of rational side of the party at the moment.
So he's saying the prophet is irrational? Holy
yes, any belief in divinity is irrational.
Also,
well, maybe in our world, but not in this the universe.
If you want to criticize my negotiating skills, maybe you should consider the fact that you were pretty much of the opinion that I shouldn't even be talking to him without you. And it is your level of expertise, and my character has no actual expertise with negotiating.
Arch, how well do you think Uzulu did?
We have literally fixed the problem.
You did not. You actually said that you should talk with the prince. Number one. Number two, you didn't haggle the price. You did no negotiation.
No, V, look, no negotiation has taken place, right? He's basically got him to go and negotiate with you and Arch tomorrow at an inn.
Well, I don't know what happened over there because I didn't hear it, right?
Okay,
Army of peasants.
Okay.
I admit I didn't exactly employ the most ruthless negotiating strategy, but I haven't actually agreed anything yet either, and you guys are going to get the opportunity to do the ruthless negotiating tomorrow if you want.
This just shows that it's not about the Risame, it's British people in general. Like, British people just can't negotiate. They're incapable of. You're fucked with Brexit, mate.
I'm sure that must be it, V. Have I really pissed you off that badly by solving the fucking problem without you?
UK is a colony state. Change my mind.
It would still be better than Romania, even if it was.
No, actually, it's not.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Okay, like, focus, right. So, okay, going back to Devon Uzulu, what are you chaps doing?
Can we
Frank
run
wants
to the...
know where Bob is and when you'll get him back.
Can we run to where Arch and V is in time to get and then get back?
No. Because there's loads of peasants there who are going to kill us.
How do you know?
at
How does your character know? You were actually
don't know
talking.
that.
Hold on.
Listen.
They're metaing, Sarkos. They're metaing. They're not supposed to do that.
Listen to what I'm saying. There's loads of peasants there who are going to be angry with us. Okay, I don't know that they're going to kill us inside, but they don't like us clearly because we were allowed it. I'm going to walk cautiously, and if any of them try to kill us for seemingly rabid reasons, I'm just going to be like, okay, not fucking worth it.
Sargon, why are they doing this? They said they will come to us. They didn't talk about this before. What kind of offhand information do they have to suspect that the peasants are going to attack them?
Well, I don't have any information, but what I do know is that I can spend my last key point, use Step of the Wind, and run with a speed of 80. Can I make it to them in time to get back?
But they're not looking for you, so
they're also not.
You can easily make it there. I mean, it's it's only like 170 feet from the gate.
Okay. V, are you going to send your crowd on me if I go out there?
Yeah, by the way, Devil shouldn't be able to approach me because there's a massive crowd around me.
Okay, what are you autists doing?
You do your insane sprint there, Dev, and I'll just approach slowly and see what happens. Because I can't run as fast as you.
Okay, well then let's just go. If you're actually going to come with me, we'll just go together. Let's go out. If we can make it to there and back in time, let's go do it. Look,
Dev, I'm pretty powerful in this game, pretty overpowered, but I can't take on 50 refugees.
I think there's more than 50, mate.
if you go into Tunnel Fighter, I think you can take on the entire crowd as long as they keep approaching you.
I can cast Sanctuary on them, just so you know.
Is this a civil war now? Is that
Yes.
is that what's happening? Is it?
Vee and Arch have decided.
The storyline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe here.
Right.
Usually, do you want to go out and tell Arch and Vee the plan? Because I'll go with you.
I want to gradually approach because I know the refugees already hate me and probably hate me even more now that one, I've been let in, and two, I don't know. I mean, they've been around V for a while. Anything could have happened.
Okay, we will gradually
Dev, are
approach.
you gonna go out?
Yeah, but Dev, I think you should sprint in because, well, actually, to be fair, I wouldn't know that. So no, I'm not even saying that because that would be meta. But
Okay.
we'll just approach gradually.
We'll peek our heads out the door, and This is Frank who's still here.
Yep.
Frank, make sure to let us in case they go wild. Hold the door open a
He
little
just
bit.
pokes you in the chest and says, "Go and get Bob from your fucking disgusting friends."
We'll do our best. Don't
You
lock
don't
us
want to
up
know
there.
what happened if I go and tell the sheriff that one of our men has been taken hostage by these refugees. I only say this because I'm a kind man.
Okay.
I can see that, sir.
I'm going to completely agree with him. I say it was a ridiculous act. We're going to go and try to get them back on your behalf, but please don't lock us out if we fail. I don't want to die out there.
Okay, you going out?
What did he say to that?
He just agrees. He says, "Just hurry up."
Okay.
All right, we're both.
Let's
out.
go. We're
We're
both.
represented by Dev here.
You're both going, are you?
Yes.
Yeah, but we're walking
So
slowly.
what are you
We'll
doing
see
with the
what
cards?
We're leaving it under the guard's watch.
No, they're not. They're not. They say take the cart with you. They're not babysitting your car.
Well, we're not taking the cart with us. Let's
Why
find
aren't
somewhere
you
to
taking
hitch it. Let's find somewhere to hitch it. Obviously, we're not taking the cart with us.
Okay, here. One of us should stay with the cart then and babysit.
Okay. You're faster. I'll stay with the cart.
Right.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
Okay. Let's park it off the road.
Yeah.
Okay, Uzulu, you go outside of the city. Dev, sorry. You go outside the city. There are obviously refugees just standing around. I mean, as you start coming out, a few of them are like, "You got any money? Can I have some money? I'm really hungry. Please help me with some. I need some food." Presumably, these are the ones that haven't figured out the V's doling out loaves of bread.
Yeah, didn't I feed them yet?
You didn't feed them all, V.
I will give them my most sincere apologies as I can muster. Is that a performance?
If you want.
But I too am poor, as I am a monk and a man of the faith, and I live aesthetically.
Okay.
You're fat. -20.
Okay. Well, that's a natural 20. I mean, they look at you with increasing amounts of dismay and kind of pity. They realize that you are in fact a poor, impoverished monk.
All right, I'll run along to try and find Vee and Arch.
Okay, well, you go through the camp again. Other one starts asking you the same thing, but you give them the brush off until you get to V and his cult following.
I'm going to shout over the din at them.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, the crowd splits around V. V, have you got anything to say?
I pretend I'm not even noticing it. I'm keeping up with my servant. He needs to wait
Wait,
until I
wait.
finish.
No, not even
You're not
noticing
giving your
it.
servant.
Well, aren't I talking with the people, dispensing food and all
Yeah,
of
but
that?
you're just talking. That's ministering.
I'm just saying, you need to bring me. You're blind. You're deaf, and the prophet will
Yeah,
heal them.
there are indeed blind and deaf and lame and injured people in the camp that they can bring to you.
I'm casting miracles on them so they can
We
start
haven't
seeing.
done anything yet, but you could.
Well, yeah. If I'm pretending I'm not even seeing devil, like I'm busy with more important affairs.
Sees
V,
Dev behind him and just starts up a sermon.
V, I am one of the disabled.
Half an hour long sermon.
V, as an obese man, I am one of the disabled. You must tend to me.
I look towards my guards and I ask him, tell this
Your
man that I will
guards?
speak with them. Tell this man that I will speak with them when I'm done. Right now, we need to heal the blind people.
I
We
just
have
want
more
to say it's a lot
important
more
matters.
like Life of Brian than it is like Cortez conquering the Americas. Just so you're aware.
And also, acolytes, V.
Acolytes. Okay, acolytes. Yeah, I tell my acolytes, please inform this man that I need to cure the blind and cure the deaf at first. We have more important business than whatever his concerns are.
Didn't they see us all come here together?
I don't know. What are they saying, Sargon? What are they doing?
What, the acolytes, the peasants, the refugees, sorry. Well, they're just basically like agreeing with you and humbling themselves before you. So I mean, they're kind of abasing themselves basically. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like they're not...
all I'm asking is for them to keep this gentleman away so I can deal to more important matters. And once I finish the matters, I will address the gentleman.
Okay, fine. Arch, will you talk to me?
Am I asleep or something? I don't know. I'm wandering off.
God damn it.
Okay. I'll see the fat monk flailing
Uh-huh.
and go over to him and go like, as you can see, the Holy Father is occupado at the moment.
Are you the enforcer?
I like to consider myself the first cardinal, thank you.
Okay, Dev, do you have anything to do here?
Arch, we
Cardinal.
Cardinal Arch. Cardinal Arch. We handed in that bandit, and here's your share of the money. And I will give him, what would that be? 27 silver pieces. I'll give Arch 27 silver pieces.
Cardinal Arch is fond of this black man.
Now that I've paid
you notice something interesting when you hand over you sit there counting out coins, and none of the refugees start closing in around you. They just watch.
Of course, I trade them well.
now that I've paid you for now that you have your share of the earnings, Arch.
All right, I'll hold up a finger to the black man.
Yes.
Then I'll turn to the crowd, and I'll hold up the silver in both palms and go, "This is the money of the heathens. It now belongs to you," and throw it out in the crowd.
I'd like to petition the GM that Arch is not meeting his character traits.
It is certainly an unusual
Arch is
move.
No,
causing
listen, I don't
amount
want
of
Arch is
shit
doing
right now.
I know what Arch is doing. He's postponing long-term gain, short-term gain for long-term gain. That's
27 silver now for pillaging the city later.
It is quite an unusual move for Lord Archenstein to do this. Lord Archsmith, as it were. But okay, you throw the silver into the mud, and the peasants start scrambling for it.
Right, now that the peasants are distracted, we can go speak in private.
Great.
You've just walked away from them.
Can we like slip into an empty tent or something, Arch? You
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but this is way more fun. Plus, it causes the potential of injury.
Can I, while Arch and Devo are talking, can I cure the blind from some of these people?
We'll do that in a minute. Right, what exactly are you guys talking about?
Okay, Arch, I would like to inform you of what has transpired in the city.
Uh-huh.
It seems like the sheriff is ridiculously racist, and it's going to be a lot harder than we thought to get you in.
I look at you with this deadpan expression like, no. Don't fucking
I've only
say.
spent all day in this disgusting, shit-filled refugee camp.
we tried our best, but alas, we can't do it.
So you're telling me that your grand plan of sneaking in to get us in has somehow what's the word? What's the word? Help me here. What's the word?
Failed, maybe. We've talked to we've talked to the animal trainer. We're going to be all four of us can meet him at a neutral site outside the town tomorrow for lunch.
All right.
Do
you tell me verbatim, or did you just tell me that?
Sorry, what?
You tell me everything that happened verbatim, or did you just tell me that?
I'll skimp. I'll skimp on the details of the conversation. Just say that we're going to go discuss the details of it when we see him tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you going to be coming with us, Arch?
Of course. Worst case scenario, we can catch him outside later and force him to do our bidding.
I do want to make it clear that it seems like maybe not everybody, but they seem to be quite racist. So maybe maybe you'll see a rope thrown over the wall at one of these nights, and just keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, no, I agree, Devo. These people deserve everything that's coming to them, and we shall see justice done.
Just keep.
Are you creating Antifa?
Yes.
No, we're creating a minor incident of violence, a small extinction event, if you wish.
Sargon, what would happen? What would happen if, let's say, the people in the city, the guard, would start butchering some of these beloved compadres of mine? What would the other cities think? What is the rule of the land for
Be
attacking?
bad, wouldn't it?
Not very good, is it?
That would not fly at all on CNN.
I'm going to ask Arch to try and convince V to not be violent, but if wait, what was that beep?
V is not being violent. V is being subversive, Debo.
Okay, fine, but prevent any violence. But you know what? If the guards are as racist and terrible as I initially feel them to be, you will see in the middle of the night a rope go over the wall.
I'll grab.
If they start the violence first, you will see that rope.
Are you saying I'm responsible for my subscribers, Debo?
What the fuck are you guys planning exactly?
Oh, you'll see. I'll just rest a hand on Devo's shoulder and like another hand on my heart and go like, Devo, you know us. We would only ever self-defend ourselves to victory. We wouldn't start something.
I just want to address 93 Avenger 93 in the chat. Remember when the sessions go south and they burn down the town, you created this saga? Dude, I am not responsible for what's happening here. They could literally go in. This could have been ended in 5 minutes by them just saying, okay, we'll just wait out here, get the job done. You
created a town that disrespected us in your world. This is what happened, okay?
What?
You created a town.
Throughout this entire playthrough, Saga, what has suggested to you that me and V's characters are fond of disrespect? Remember last episode when a dozen archers were like, we've got you cold. And we decided, kill them all.
We're fixing the world, Saga, one problem at a time. You know, after we're done with this campaign, everyone is going to run respect. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
I'm just suggesting that this might be considered an important town, and burning it down with refugees might...
No, we're not trying to burn it down with refugees. We're trying to get them to butcher the refugees so it looks bad on the town. That's what.
Right. Okay. Well,
we might also burn it down eventually.
I mean, if it burns down, it's therefore for having shit defense.
Okay.
If you're solving all the world's problems one at a time, then are you focusing on the nicest cities first?
Well, the ones that happen to come in my way.
Okay, so the nice ones then.
I mean, this wouldn't be
what you need to understand is that when me and V combine our autism in a rare moment of really brilliant fucking harmony, then we're essentially like a force of nature. Okay,
you don't I'm not saying don't do something. I'm just watching the craziness ensue.
I'm just telling you. First town you got us in, right? That went on with the zombie plague. Third town you got us through. That was with the shadow demon, right? We're having a track record at fucking up towns, and this town decided it's a smart idea to fuck with us.
Okay,
it was a terrible idea.
Okay.
Before,
or you're getting towards the end of your time.
I'll get these people to commit ritualistic sacrifice and make this town look bad before we leave.
Arch, before I leave, I'm going to say, can you please hand over the guard, because just as a show of good faith, let's not ignite the tensions here. I will if I can bring the guard to the other guards, we can try to negotiate to get you guys in.
Devo.
Yes.
What has suggested to you these people are inclined to negotiate?
Not to mention that I probably in a sermon promised that they will have justice with this guard. I mean, it's out of my hands. It's the people. The people will decide.
Secondly, has it occurred to you that now that you've just told me that the guards might commit some actions, might ignite some tensions if you were to do something mean to him, and igniting tensions might be what we want?
Fine, Arch, leave V here. You can just come in.
I'm going to be building a scaffolding, Devo. I'm going to make this into a theater performance.
By the way, where's Zuzulu in all of this?
He's with the cart. He's watching the cart.
I'm still in the gate. That's why I'm not talking.
Okay,
I love the idea
so
that.
are you not letting Dev see Bob or what?
Are you not letting Bob
has
know?
a very important part to play.
All right. I guess I can't like fight him out, and you're not going to give him to me. So
I reckon by this time tomorrow, you guys are going to be too busy with your new crusade to actually be concerned with the one that Emmerich sent you on. You're just going to miss the meeting because you're busy hanging and torturing this guy.
So we just got a contingent of acolytes for us.
Okay.
I don't know what your little world is doing and what you think you're doing. It's fine.
And it's not like we're going to spend a whole lot of time. All I'm saying is I'm going to build myself a Judas cradle.
all right. Since I'm coming up at the end of my time, I'm going to come out of the tent.
Yep.
I'm going to turn to the crowd, and I'm going to shout at the top of my lungs, I understand you want justice, but if you let this guard die, they're going to kill you all.
I just got the attention.
Okay, well, hang on a
Threatening
second.
us?
Hang on a second.
I'm not threatening you,
do
but
you want to
something
do some sort of performance check here or persuasion?
Is it persuasion? Yes.
Okay. hang on.
Can Vee and Arch try to persuade them?
No, shut up.
To counter persuade them.
What does shut up mean? Right. Okay. Yeah, you yell that, and Bob stands up and just yells, "I'm never going back."
What?
Oh yeah. He's convinced. He's a believer now.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, he says, "I follow the prophet, and the emissary of the prophet on earth." He takes his badge of office of being a guard and just throws it in the dirt.
Oh.
So I'm going to go to Bob. I'm like, Bob, are you serious? You're not going to come back to the town?
Of course not. I'm staying here with my brothers. I'm pledged to protect the dear leader.
We've figured out how you rehabilitate a racist. Everyone, all you do is suffocate him, kidnap him, strip him, threaten to rape him,
Force him to join a cult.
Yeah,
I walk up to Bob. I place my hand over his forehead. I say, "All your sins are forgiven, my son. You can rise."
Yeah, to slap him on the back. It looks like we won't need the cradle after all.
Yeah, he bursts into tears, and then other refugees come over and start hugging him, and it's a very emotional moment for Bob.
Okay, well,
Jesus,
I'm going to die if I.
Look,
I say, hold on. I say, from now on, Bob, your name.
Not expect it to have a result.
Hold on. I say,
this
from now
looks
on,
like
Bob,
name.
your name is Fenric the Believer.
Fenric the Believer. Okay, well he bows and accepts the new name.
Okay. If I go back empty-handed, I'm probably going to also get the shit kicked out of me. So can I please at least take your badge back with me, your discarded badge?
Yeah.
Yes. No, wait. Hold on a minute. You can do that, Deb. But first, let's rub it up in some mud. And is there some blood on our hands?
It's well, no, you're not bleeding, but I mean it's covered in mud already.
We can fix that. Deb, give me your arm.
If you want to blood it, you can do it yourself. I'm not taking part in this.
I will bleed for the prophet. I give you my arm.
Right, we'll smear some blood over it. Right, there you go, Deb. Now the bloody, muddy pad ripped off.
Who just injured themselves there?
I took some damage.
Okay, how? What are you doing damage with?
I don't know what would be the least amount of that. Like
Dagger,
if I just want to make
I
a
guess?
superficial
Do
cut.
you have a dagger?
Yeah, a superficial cut, like not actual.
Do you have a dagger?
I have an arrowhead.
just fire a crossbow bolt over your
Yeah,
skin.
like a prickle my finger, basically.
You have darts. You can use a dart.
Yeah,
Okay,
dart.
use a dart. What's the damage on a dart?
I think it's
1d4.
Right, roll d4v.
Listen, I'm not there, but if I
Start
was,
itself
I'd probably
arm.
say
Good point, don't ask me.
be that.
You take 3 points of damage. Now you have some blood.
I wonder if this is a bolt that had somehow become infected at some point.
Well, I don't know, but it's probably going to be considered holy afterwards by so fucking hell.
I still ask them for
Yeah.
okay. I still ask them for people who are blind or deafened.
Yeah, we'll worry about that.
Okay.
Separately.
I am spending my final key point.
Okay.
I am using Step of the Wind, and I am running back to the gates as fast as I can possibly run with this holy relic in tow.
You know, I could have given 2 acolytes to defend you while we go back to the gate.
You bang on the gates. The guards recognize you. Open the gate, let you in. And Frank says, "Where's Bob?"
All right, Dev, I'm gonna walk over now and try to intervene because at this point, right, I see the badge that you've got with blood on it.
Do you even roll
To be fair, Islu, I don't think it's reasonable to say that you have any idea.
Yeah, he's metaing as fuck.
No,
Like, play the game, Islu.
I don't. He's holding it in his hand.
The Dev, I'm afraid. So Dev,
He's holding it in his hand.
yeah, but
I would
how
see.
do you know you're even paying attention? You know,
Because
this is the product of a metagame. It's up to Dev. At the
It's
moment.
not.
Sorry, man.
It's not. I heard the banging on the gates.
Come on, it's up
How
to
would I
Dev.
not notice? Okay.
Come on, Islu, stop
Well,
it.
you might see me, but you probably don't.
Do you honestly want us to have 2 different rooms where we talk over there and then you do
Vee.
your stuff so that you
Vee,
don't?
I'm not. That's not what's going on here. Look,
Well, anyway,
Anyway, let Dev
saying
do
the
what
wrong
he's doing.
thing.
He's talking to Frank.
I'm going to. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. I'm going to tell the honest truth.
Lie.
Well, Jesus.
We're already starting an immigrant insurrection. Don't worry about don't lie, though. Christ.
And I'm going to tell the whole truth of the tale, including the fact that his friend has been converted religiously.
Frank just looks at you like, what the fuck are you saying? Are you honestly saying that Bob is following these disgusting foreigners?
That sounds like a
Absolutely.
lie. Isn't it more likely to think that maybe he might be covering up something?
Nope, I am persuading him.
It's not bad, actually.
Go and see Bob for yourself.
There's a new religion starting in the refugee camp in
It's the same
Bob.
religion.
I mean, you sit there and Frank's I can't accept this. And you show him the thing and said, well, he threw this on the ground. Why is it covered in blood exactly?
Because V decided to cut his hand and put blood on it.
Okay, are you going to tell him that?
Yes.
Okay, he just looks at you in absolute bewilderment. Just like, why would he do this?
Because he wants to make you think that he's already been killed. I assume. that is my assumption.
Oh, it's so good they said that, Bob. You know, like the only guy who's honest, but he will make it.
Hey, hang on a second. So Frank's like, okay, so why would Bob want us to think that he's been killed? Why? Just what the hell?
Presumably, so that some kind of fight would start between the guards and the occupants of the camp.
The more honest Devo is, the better it gets.
What is making him stay in the camp? Why doesn't he go home to his wife and children?
because
is he being held prisoner?
No.
Right.
Does he believe that?
He's a religious convert at this point.
Okay. So the cult of V.
The cult of V.
Yeah.
I think we may have made your NPCs a bit too interesting.
Okay, no, hang on, let me think. Okay, well,
do they believe this ridiculous absurdity without the critical persuasion roll?
Well, I mean,
Probably not.
He did just succeed his persuasion roll. Okay, so Frank says, right, you two are coming with me. You're under arrest. Tomorrow, we're going to go into the refugee camp and get Bob. And if Bob is in any way harmed, you're all going to swing.
Thank you, Devo. Thank you.
Right, so what we'll do is we'll end it there. Because now I have to figure out what the fuck's going to happen.
Right, I think, what was his name? Frank or something is going to martyr himself for the cause just a little bit.
Civil War, bitch.
Not lethally, but, a little bit. I've got a whip. We can do this.
Put it this way, Saga. You know the Avengers? You know the part where they reach the Civil War?
I've not seen the Avengers.
Well, it's Civil War phase. That's what
I don't know. I haven't seen the Avengers.
The reason I wanted to come over to the gate.
Dev went back to tell Frank that Bob.
This is the reason I wanted to come back to the gate.
In all of this,
they were going to say just the wrong thing.
In all of this, the most unbelievable thing is that Dev is being 100% honest. My character is honest to a fault.
Yeah, of course. I'm not. No. It's the thing is, Frank believes you're being honest. He just has real trouble believing it. He like understanding what it means. Frank.
Deliver a bear and negotiate a price. How did you mess this up?
Well, to be fair, this is the most fun we had in a long time.
Oh, it's fun for sure, but I think we're all fucked. I think the campaign ends next
To
session.
be fair, we didn't do anything illegal. Like, what? We didn't hurt
You
anyone. We
kidnapped
didn't
the
kill
guard.
anyone.
That's
All of
illegal.
this is perfectly keikakudore. Everything's going to plan.
The guard can consent, right? He basically
Right.
likes it here. He
Okay.
likes it
After
so
you
much.
had
that-
Stockholm syndrome.
Okay. Well, I have to say, I really hope I can make next week because this is really interesting and I really want to know where it goes. So, thanks for watching, everyone. No idea what's happening here. Speak to you all later. Take care.